It's Monday. We can make that the excuse that we early on Monday, and we want to rush to get this camera straight and just set it off so that we don't got to be playing around at all today. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get right to the point this morning, everybody. All right, let me know about my audio. Hope everybody's doing good. Woo! Actually, I hope everybody's doing fantastic because I know I am. And over here getting these monitors right now. And yeah, let me just step out like, ooh! Doom doo doom, doo doo doom, doom doo doom, doom doo doom, doo doo doom, doom doo doom, Ooh, my first mistake was, I wanted too much time. How everybody doing this morning? Let me know if you can hear my audio. Just want to make sure that I'm not sounding like I'm signing up here, sign language. Yes, I hope everybody's doing good this morning. Could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, your boy Boogotti. I appreciate you. That's right, you guys. Trump said, let's make a deal. Iran says no. Who's lying at this point? Let's go. Okay, what we got? I can hear you. Thank you so much. How everybody doing this morning? I appreciate you. Who's that right there? Jim, don't even know you. You're brand new, but I really appreciate that. I don't think Batty's available right now, so you stepped up, and I really appreciate that. Makes no sense at all if I'm talking and you guys can't hear me. Sad to say, everybody else in the chat, they don't even care. They'll let me keep on running my mouth. So yes, you're new, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Jim, for holding it down. How's everybody else doing in the building? I really appreciate you guys. Let's see what time we're working with right now. Okay, 5:55 in the morning. Woo, it's almost time, you guys. Let me see. Okay, got everything going on over here. I think we're pretty good when it comes down to the, looks like we're pretty good when it comes down to the setup over there, but I gotta check again just to make sure. So let me go ahead and reload this monitor here. Probably gonna give it a little more height, just a little more height, like somewhere over there, because I know I want to make sure all of those phone screens can get all of that, the whole screen in there. So yeah, let me go ahead and make sure that's working. I think we did pretty good by doing that. Yep, we got everything in there. So yeah, y'all, yes, right, let's get it. It's morning time. It's Monday morning, you guys. Everybody come on in. It's time to get it in. You know, we can't start the show at all without what? Our morning prayer. So let's go ahead and get it in. Let's go. Whoo! And what are we praying for this Monday, March 30th morning? What are we praying for this morning, you guys? We're praying for love. We're praying for peace. We're praying for, yes, definitely peace when it comes down to the WARs that are all going on. We're praying for each other. Thank you guys so much. Sam Champion, yes, thank you so much. When do I get to be a mod? Nah, ain't no joke. I'll talk to you about that soon. You actually hold up, and it seems like you may actually fit the description. How about that? We'll also want to get these prayers out though for everybody that's here. Want to pray for love. I want to pray for companionship. I want to pray for communication, and I want to pray for understanding. We have to get over the BS and forget about party and get back to being human. Thank you guys so much. That's right, you guys. Okay, one other thing I want to do right now is start saying some names of the people that we got to pray for in the building. That's right, we got liberty in the building, liberty and justice in the building that we want to pray for. I see Mark Dorfman. Also, I saw Jeffrey Spilk. I think I did. Mega Dub is in the building. Gershays, okay, 796. Also, Ad Rains. Hope you're doing fantastic today. Thank you so much for being here this early. Jeffrey Spilker, if I said it before, I'll say it again. Solo Thug 8995. Also, we got who else up in the building? Sam Champion. Sam Champion, no doubt. Yes, I'm more worried about our prayers first. That's right. We got to get those prayers out first, Sam. You understand. And we got to get those prayers out for Jonathan. We want to make sure that we're praying for Mark Gabriel as well. Nathaniel 2204. Luigi, who's not here right now, but we still got to make sure that we put him in the prayers. Also got to pray for Jordan. Can't forget about what was the big back and forth yesterday with these two guys, Coin Collection and Jordan. Thank you guys so much for making me be a part of the middle of that. Also, just want to pray for every single person who's not here that always chimes in. People like Terry, people like Miss Swanza, every single person that we all have so much love for you guys. Max, Black Boy, Jeffrey Spilker, Union Nash, Mark Dorfman, Voodoo Chills, also Kuko Cheats. Can't forget my brother Casey Ramos as well, you guys. Jeffrey Spilker, Mark Dorfman. Thank you guys so much. Amen. It's almost time to get it in. I probably talked too long. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. And we wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. Tried to creep up on me like I wasn't gonna pay attention. Thank you, Lord, for letting me know. Now let's go. It's time now. Do I have to send the shock over there? I'm not playing. I'm ready to go. It's got to be 6 o'clock at this point. Come on. You tried to sneak up on me. Come on. One more wave. Okay. That's more like it. That's more like it. Don't play. That's right. And what do we got to do? We got to open up those pores. Monday morning, we got to open up those pores. It's Monday. We got to open up those pores. Buddy, you're a boy making big noise, playing in the streets. You're gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place. Come on, y'all. Come on, sing with me. Buddy, you're a boy making big noise, playing in the streets. You're gonna be a big man someday. Got mud on your face, you big disgrace. I'm kicking your can all over the place, singing, we will rock you. We will rock you. We will rock you. Every day we come through, what do we do here? Rock you, and if pump that beat. It's Monday the 30th. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that, and chat, and this, and this, and that. And we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. We will rock you. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, with the personality popping out today, I appreciate you. Y'all remember Alfalfa, right? With the personality, well, I guess I got my own personality going on today, because those curls just do not want to sit down. But you know what? We're going to still do what we got to do. We're going to have a fantastic day right now, because guess what? He gave us another one to be together, and you know what? There's nothing better than that. I can't wait for the sun to start coming out, because that means that the world is rising and everybody's waking up. But right now, we got work to do. I know I do. I got to get you guys some news, trending topics, current events, and much, much more. So you know what I'm going to say right now? I got 5 on it. That's right, you guys. I'm going to stack this deck. I'm going to put 5 videos together. I'm going to ask you guys to stay on topic and stay on point, because I love to know where you're chiming in from and what time it is where you're at. I also actually go do research to make sure that the conversation stays connected. How? Because I want to know where you're from. Sometimes I say, this person was from over there. We never went there. And I'll go search there just to make sure it's relevant. So the next time you pop in, Oh, that's not far from me. I love doing stuff like that. Not only that, it widens our horizons as well. And remember, you guys, we go everywhere. No particular political party, no political things to gain in here. We just try to share the information. Sometimes I do put my opinions on it, but I never force it on you. This is our bottom line. Everybody puts their points out. Can't do it by myself. I need the chat. #1 chat in YouTube history for the #1 show in YouTube history. That's why you guys keep things flowing. Entire ecosystem going on over there. If they don't know about y'all, they late. I'm telling you right now. Because I could just stand here sometimes and just watch what y'all got going on and see all the news coming in. So yeah, we're going to give a shout out to Don March. We got to give a happy birthday, 2144. I got 5 on it. Bro, you gifted. Thank you so much. Be safe and don't drink. Portland, Oregon, USA. It's 3:04 in the morning. I'm right here in my hometown where Mike Tyson was raised. Pastor, Cape Town, South Africa. 68 to be 21 again. Algeria, North Africa, 11 o'clock a.m. No deal, obviously. Chicago. Where else y'all coming in from? Mods. Let's go. Brooklyn, New York. Brownsville. Brownsville! Home of the brave. Put in work in the streets like a slave. Keep a rugged dress code. Always in the stress mode. That shit gonna take you to your grave. So, you think I don't know that? The whole lot. Nigga, whole lot. Whole lot. That's right, you guys. Family. I heard Brownsville and I had to represent for MOP, Mash Out Posse. But you know what I'm gonna do right now? Because it's time. Let's get into these titles. Let's go, you guys. We got it. Trump said, let's make a deal. Iran says no. Who's lying? I want to know, you guys, who's lying? Trump says, let's make a deal. All of a sudden, you get these guys, these radical guys popping out talking about, we never said nothing about making a deal. He's lying. Are you talking to yourself? And then we actually don't know what the hell is going on. So yeah, who's lying? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got more to get through. We got this other situation going on with these fires that are erupting across Kuwait International Airport following those drone strikes. Yeah, Kuwait National Airport was boom on fire like crazy yesterday. All sorts of situations going on. It looked like a straight up WAR zone, and I guess it is. Last but not least, what do we have here? We've got Jeffrey Epstein's former lawyer who says Prince Andrew, met with Andrew after he was charged. Oh, so you met with Jeffrey after he was charged and you acting like you didn't know anything. I see why you're over there holding your head, Andrew. Took your name, took your fame, took your royal positions, and now you might get locked up because they running a serious investigation against the former Prince Andrew. You know what they're going to tell him, right? Watch your head. I can't wait till we finish with those watch your head t-shirts. That's going to be hilarious with the guy going in the car sideways. Anyway, it's time to get into it. Grab your coffee, your tea, hopefully it's organic, and your water, hopefully it's not in the plastic bottle, in the plastic cup. Remember, you guys, health and wellness section today, we got a phenomenal list of bangers. We got some information that you never knew, I never knew. The doctor himself had to go back and redo this information. When we get to this health and wellness section today, I gotta tell you, you're gonna be impressed because I was impressed when I found it. Let's get into these titles this morning, you guys. Let's go. Let me get a sip of this water. And guess what? We got the president coming right in. Of course, how we always set it off. He was at the Institute. Let's see what we got on this audio over here. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. We want to turn up on the likes today, turn up on the numbers. We're trying to get to 80,000 subscribers, and we're not playing. Let's go. Let's get to work, you guys. Let's get it. What is the president talking about? Delivering remarks at the Future Investment Initiative. We had a lot of information coming off of this, so we had part of it play yesterday. Today, we're playing the rest of it. Let's get all our information out. Happy Monday morning. Let's get to work.
And where are you? Yes, sir. Come here, stand up. Yes, yes, please. What a nice thing. What a nice thing. And his son, Faisal. And by the way, I know him really well, but you know, I've never heard his last name. So I'm saying, who the hell is Yasser? I know Yasser. I said, who the hell is that guy? But I know him by Yasser, right? I didn't know it was your first name, your last name. All I know is he's got a lot of power. All I know is he's got a lot of cash. And he's another great leader, actually, and he's a good friend of mine. So nice to be with you and nice to be with your son. Son's beautiful. Saudi Minister of Finance, Mohammed Al Jadaan. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Nice to see you again. Good job.
Come on in, you guys. We're going to do it like this.
I mean, if you
Come
want to
on
be a
in.
Minister of Finance, Saudi Arabia is a good place to do it, right? You don't have any dearth. There's no dearth of funds. Most places, they say, where are we going to get the money? How about a tax increase? Minister of State, Mohammed Al-Sheikh. Mohammed, thank you very much. Great honor. The nation has achieved perhaps the most dramatic one-year turnaround of any nation in all of history. A short time ago, a man that we just discussed, the king, the future king of Saudi Arabia, and I also love the king of Saudi Arabia. What a man he is. When I was there, we bonded. He would grab me to get up. He was a little frail at the time, and this was a long time ago, and he's still doing well. And he'd grab my arm to get up when I was sitting next to him. And they said that's the only time he's ever grabbed anybody. He would grab me all the time. And I said, I think he likes me. And he did like me, and he still likes me, and he's a great man, and say hello to him. He's a great guy with a great son. But a short time ago, we were together, and he looked at me, and he said, you know, it's amazing. 1 year ago, you were a dead country. Now you're the hottest country anywhere in the world. He didn't think this was going to happen. He didn't think it.
Back then, y'all didn't know me. Now I'm hot and y'all on me. Back then, y'all didn't know us. Now we hot and they all on us. Real talk. We back, y'all. Let's go.
He'd be kissing my ass. He really didn't. He thought he'd
Let's
be
go, you guys. Let's
just
go.
another American president that was a little.
Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen, get those likes up. Wasn't too much there, but we go get it. We go get everything that we can. This part is actually pretty cool. We got Scott Besson and we got Pete Hegseth. We got the entire round table of everybody. Not actually round table. Let's just say, what is that? Whatever. Anyway, long story short, everybody's sitting around talking. We got Pete Hegseth. Also, we got Scott Besson. Delivers a pretty heavy message about what's going on right now in the state of where we're at. Let's keep on moving forward. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic Monday morning. Let's get it out. You know, I had to fast forward a lot of stuff just to get to the meat and the roots of the bones and stuff, everybody. Let's keep on going.
Real compensation increases. We are starting to see the working family tax cuts benefits bearing fruit this tax season. 44% of tax returns have claimed at least one of your signature policies: no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, deductibility of auto loans. The average tax refund is up more than 10% for working Americans. The economy you vitalize through your pro-growth policies is well positioned to withstand these temporary disruptions. The United States dollar has reasserted itself as a safe haven asset.
Remember, he said temporary. He said temporary situation that we're in right now. So they're predicting, just so you know with this information, that we're supposed to be coming out of this WAR and having a stronger economy as well as a stronger dollar. And that's the man right there who's supposed to be talking about that, Scott Besson.
The U.S. dollar has appreciated since the hostilities began because everyone knows, thanks to your efforts, the U.S. economy is the best position in the world and capital is flowing in.
I hope this is true. Hopefully we're going to feel it soon, you and I.
Efforts to reprioritize economic security are ensuring the United States remains secure, resilient, and prepared for the challenges ahead. As we approach the 250th anniversary, America will never be safer and more secure militarily and economically. Thank you.
I just want to ask you a question. Is this guy central casting? I'm looking at him. I'm in Treasury. He might not be so good for war. I don't know. No, I'm looking pretty good too. I'm looking at this guy. He's central casting. Even the glasses are perfect. Where do you get those glasses? I think I'm going to get glasses.
Okay, so now we go from laughter to crying. We got to go straight over to who? None other than who? We got to get on over to someone that we know and love. And you guys love the way that he moves those hands. The number one man, you guys know what I'm talking about. The man that needs to be a maestro. All you got to do is put two sticks in his hand and he can run a whole orchestra. I'm talking about none other than who? Hakeem Jeffries. He's asking a very important question though. Why have the Republicans brought a bill that they did not that they did not intend that was supposed to be signed? Why did the Republicans bring a bill to the floor that they never had intentions to be signed? Well, it seems like kind of like what you guys did over at the Democrat table when you started all of this stuff too. And again, not a Democrat, not a Republican, but yeah, it's just a lot of back and forth. And you and I, the American people, I know you guys are tired of this crap, tired of the TSA stuff. This is the second time within like a 6 months period that they've already shut down the government. And it's ridiculous. I don't think we can side with anybody at this point. Let's just get it open and stop making excuses, is what I'm saying.
Masquerading as legitimate legislation. There's a bipartisan bill that, if brought to the floor today, can end the 42-day Trump Republican shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security. But Republicans have concluded that they would rather continue to force TSA agents to work without pay, inconvenience millions of Americans all across the country, and create chaos at airports. Why is this happening?
Chaos at airports. Okay, I see that. I see where he's going with it. But the bad part about it is everything was flowing smoothly until they had a chance to come and bring some negotiations to the table. The negotiations that they tried to bring to the table had things to do in it that were already funded. So this, you have to look at stuff for what it is. Don't get mad at me because I'm just calling it out. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. But this stuff didn't happen until the Democrats stepped up and started all of this.
It's because Republicans have chosen to continue to authorize spending billions of taxpayer dollars to brutalize or kill American citizens, like Renee Nicole Good or Alex Preddy, or to violently target law-abiding immigrant families.
It's ridiculous, man.
Mr. Speaker, we believe that immigration enforcement in this country should be fair, just, and humane. That's not what's happening right now. ICE is out of control. The American people know it, which is why changes need to be made that are bold, meaningful, dramatic, transformational, and common sense at the same period of time.
Which you have none. Sorry, bro, that's it. I can't take no more of that bull. That's too much right there for me. I'm tired of it already. I'm just gonna call it out for what it is and call them both of them out. Let's get on over to Paris, France right now. Is there a deal where the Castro family remains in place, similar to what's going on in Venezuela? Marco Rubio has been pressed on in Cuba, and in Paris, with the plans on Cuba, and everyone wants to know what's going on, but he kind of goes off. It's like, he's saying things like, why do you guys listen to all of this information when the only people that know what's going on with this is myself and the president? I could see why that gets frustrated when like you and one person are the only ones that are actually, talking and in conversation with people. But everywhere you look, everyone's got gaggle about it. So it could get a bit frustrating. Let's see what Marco has to say about this situation as he lands in Paris to do some business out there. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. We got to get this information out before you guys got to get out to work. Let's go.
Mr. Secretary, on Cuba, 2 questions. So, for decades, you have been a proponent of regime change, but now there seems to be a sense that perhaps President Trump would be happy with a win, which would only entail an economic deal.
So you said there's a sense? Where do you get that sense from?
Well, there's a lot of reporting that...
So there's a lot of fake... All right, no. Any reporting on Cuba that you didn't get from me or the president is a liar. Because they're the only people working on it.
Do you still want regime change?
I'm just warning you guys, all these sources that are pitching you on Cuba don't know jack. Okay? They're not in the mix. Okay. I promise you. They don't...
He's getting more and more like President Trump all of the time. Marco is starting to go in now. He's getting peed off now.
So what the hell is happening?
Regime change, or would you be okay with an economic deal?
What do you mean an economic deal? Look, Cuba's economy needs to change, and their economy can't change unless their system of government changes. It's that simple. Who's going to invest billions of dollars in a communist country? Who's going to invest billions of dollars in a communist country run by incompetent communists? Which is even worse than communists. The only thing worse than a communist is an incompetent communist. And so their system of government has to change because they will never be able to develop economically without those changes. Economic change is important. Giving people economic and political freedom is important. But they come hand in hand. They come together.
Is there a deal
I don't know why there's any confusion on
Is
that.
there a deal for you where the Castro family remains in place and that's...
It's not about the Castro family. It's about a system of government and a regime that doesn't work. Guys, a couple things on Cuba. I didn't come all the way to France to talk about Cuba, but let's talk about Cuba. It's perfect. I'm happy to do it because we actually talked about it in the G7. So it's actually... No, of course not. Plus, we talked about it in the G7, okay? Everybody talks about these blackouts. Cuba's been having blackouts all of last year, all the year before. There isn't a naval blockade surrounding Cuba. The reason why Cuba doesn't have oil and fuel is because they want it for free. And people don't give away oil and fuel for free on a regular basis, unless it was the Soviet Union subsidizing them or Maduro subsidizing them. They just don't do it. They may get a shipment here or there now and then someone, but not enough to sustain their country. Okay, so the reason why they're having that's why they don't have fuel. And the reason why they're having blackouts is because they have equipment from the 1950s and 60s that they never maintained or kept up. Okay. But ultimately, the reason why Cuba's a disaster is because their economic system doesn't work. It's a nonsensical system. And the people of Cuba are suffering because of the decisions, because of the unwillingness of the people who govern that country to make the changes that need to be made so they can join the 21st century. It is sad that the only place Cubans can only be successful if they leave the country. That's a very sad thing. You see Cubans go all over the world and find success except in Cuba. And that has to change. And for that to change, you need to change the people in charge, you need to change the system that runs the country, and you need to change the economic model that it's following. That's the only way forward if Cuba wants a better future. We've expressed that clearly and repeatedly over many years, and maybe now there's an opportunity to do it. We'll see.
On Cuba, two questions. So
Now, you may or may not agree, but I do have to say he said that rather well. And in the beginning, he was dropping it just like he's been hanging around Trump for a long time, you guys. I know you guys heard that. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. I really would appreciate it. Good morning from Kentucky. Good morning, Batty Lynn. I see you're here. How you doing? Cuba has a lot of classic cars, though. You're right about that. But I have a question about you guys because it's going to be a very particular question. And it's a very sensitive question because we're talking about people, we're talking about countries, and we're talking about different parties. And we have a lot of people here in the chat that have so many different opinions because of that. Some people here just don't care about whatever's going on. It's against my party. I don't care. I'm not going to listen to it. If you guys don't agree, and that's the way that we never get to a solution right now. Do you agree with a lot of things or nothing that Marco Rubio said just now about Cuba, about the spending, and about them getting subsidiaries from other countries? At some point, the coffee, something has to start being able to benefit the country where they can actually be able to be self-sufficient. The majority of countries can actually do that without being subsidized, unless they're under under United States or under the UK or the EU. That's the only way that it really works out, like British Columbia or something. You know what I'm talking about, like the islands, what do they call it? The Virgin Islands, the way that they were, covered as well. So what I want to ask you guys is, do you think that Cuba has a way out without getting with the United States or another country with the current economy that they're in? Do you think that Cuba can sustain by themselves? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say a few things from what Marco Rubio said, from the simple fact that I don't think that they could sustain with the old equipment that they have, the old engineering and manufacturing. And you guys even said it. They've got some old classic cars. The thing about that is they don't only have old classic cars. They have old classic machinery, old classic everything, and they need to basically upgrade. The only way to do that is to be able to make some money or get somebody else to basically take over and be a part of whatever's coming out of your country that is worth money. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So we're going to be on that point for a while. Let's get over to Spain now because we go everywhere. We got to get on over to Spain's prime minister who responds to Donald Trump's threats to cut off trade. That's another thing that can happen. If you have nothing going in and out as far as like import, export, a lot of import, export going on out of your country, again, that means that it's not such a value to what your country has to offer to the rest of the world. So now we got a Spain situation right here because Trump says the people of Spain are great, but the leadership, not so good. Cuba, and I am Cuban, and we want China. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying over here. You'd rather go with China. Okay, China don't want you, you just want Chinese food. Ooh, past the pork chop, you dead wrong. What about Jeffrey and Trump, Epstein? Everyone forgot about it. Who? Not us. And I'm glad you did that. Why is Trump behind you? Cuba is going to have a regime change very soon. It will be a real improvement on the Cuban people. I just think that they need to be really smart about it. Tobacco, the ocean trenches that holds the oil, love to Cuba. Definitely, yes, the ocean, tobacco, exactly. I would even go further. I would say coffee, but I think that they really need some smarter people in position that could actually get those things more value or do better trade, maybe make better farms and things like that. Bring in some money from some investments, the people that want to invest into those assets they have to offer. Let's keep on moving forward to Spain now, you guys. Let's keep on going. We got a lot of work to get into. Let's get it going. Double tap that screen and get these likes up. Let's go.
We are a reliable partner with the U.S., and even though, of course, we have these disagreements.
Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez has found himself in the crosshairs of the Trump administration.
The people of Spain are fantastic. The leadership, not so good.
His vocal opposition to the conflict in Iran has sparked a sharp backlash.
Es que no estamos ante el mismo escenario que en la guerra.
We are not facing the same scenario as the illegal war, WAR in Iran. He's supposed to say, they're supposed to write Iran, but they wrote Iraq. We know what we're talking about over here. He said we're not facing the same scenario as the illegal war in Iran, right? And that's the conflict that Trump has against them because, of course, they're not in agreement on this point.
Guerra ilegal de Irak. Estamos en algo mucho peor.
With the White House threatening retribution.
We're going to cut off all trade with Spain. We don't want anything to do with Spain.
You ready, Mr. Prime Minister?
Of course.
I sat down with Prime Minister Sanchez to discuss the deepening rift between Spain and President Trump and how it's testing the transatlantic alliance.
What would you say are the biggest consequences of the current tensions between Washington and a lot of European capitals?
I do believe that there are more common values that we share that we disagree upon. So I think that it's important to build up a positive agenda between the US and the European Union. Second, it's difficult to understand how an ally could separate its individual security concerns vis-a-vis the common security reality that we provide within NATO when it comes to Greenland and the Arctic.
Trump's insistence that the U.S. control Greenland has strained the NATO alliance. Member states have viewed the demand for the island as a direct threat to European sovereignty, but it's been a battle on several fronts. Trump has called out European allies for not spending enough on their own defense. Spain has resisted efforts to increase defense spending to 5% of GDP, the number Trump is demanding.
Para el gobierno de España no tiene sentido comprometerse a gastar.
He says for the government of Spain, it makes no sense for them to spend 5% of the gross domestic product on defense.
El 5% del...
So basically he's saying that he wants to pay less, and Trump's saying he doesn't want them to pay less, he wants them to pay 5%.
Producto Interior Bruto en defensa.
We had one laggard. It was Spain. Maybe you should throw him out of NATO, frankly.
So you've become something of a lightning rod for criticism from the Trump administration. And at the same time, we've seen a growing number of Americans choosing to move to Spain.
Okay, keep on moving forward, you guys. Yeah, we got to get into every single area. We can do about 2 minutes. This way you guys can get an idea of, do I want to look into that further? If not, we'll go to the next story. We're here for everybody. You never know who wants to know about that. It was interesting to me. Let's get on over to Washington, where someone that you know and love so much from vis-a-vis via where? Via, that's right, transplanted in and came from Somalia. That's right, one of your friends, Ilhan Omar. She speaks out at the No Kings rally. She says Trump is really breaking down the United States of America, and she feels that he needs to be taken out of office immediately. What do you guys think about Ilhan Omar? How many people over here feel as if Ilhan Omar is a positive influence on our government and that she should stay in position? Let me know what you guys think. Do you like Ilhan Omar and her positions? If you do like her, let's get a thumbs up for Ilhan Omar. That's right, you guys. I want to see how many people here really appreciate the work that she's putting in. That's right, Ilhan Omar. Thumbs up if you appreciate her work. Thumbs down if you don't. And guess what? You know, like I always say, I'll read why or no if you don't like her, if you do like her. Someone says negative. She is scum. She needs removed. If she's getting, no one will stop you. She's a disgrace. I choose the better. No, she's right about Trump, but she needs to go home too. Ooh, Trump is full of Ooh, okay. How can it be possible that y'all agree on everything the same for real for the most part? Okay, let's see what else we got here. All mods and chats. Okay, that's not about the topic. Omar is a national security threat. We got a couple of thumbs downs there. You can't trust any politician. I'm sorry, you guys. Y'all are just hilarious right now. I love you, Spain. What an example of leadership that you have. I see what you mean by that. You're saying that because he's not being on Trump's side, you like the fact that they're not being, they're not folding over to what the president wants. And I like the fact that you like that. Name one thing that she has done for America. Thumbs down. She married her brother. Someone says disgusting and thief. Faye. Good morning, Faye. How you doing there, everybody? Double tap that screen. Let's keep it going. Because she's coming out to have a speech. And I want you guys to give her all of your attention. Because what she has to say is very impactful. Let's go, you guys. Ilhan Omar.
Hello, Minnesota!
Oh, I guess she's in Minnesota doing this. I'm sorry, I stand corrected.
It is so incredible to be here with you all as you show the country just how courageous and dedicated and resistant we are. In the United States of America, we pledge allegiance to the Constitution and the flag.
What the hell is blage? We blage.
Not to a person or a king.
She said blade instead of
I came
pledge.
to this country as a refugee. To me, America was a beacon of hope. A place where freedom wasn't just a word, but it was a promise. I arrived here when I was 12 years old. I could have never imagined the day would come when we were staring down at this kind of creeping authoritarianism in the United States of America. But we are here because Donald Trump just has not chipped away at our democracy. He has taken a wrecking ball to the very foundation of what makes America great. He has tried to intimidate Minnesotans. He has tried to make us afraid. He has tried to divide us.
And she has made over $30 million in a year when she had a negative bank account 2 years ago. Good work, Ilhan. I see what she's saying. The land of the free, and you can come get paid.
But we stood strong. We have had each other's back, and we have never bent the knee. Because in Minnesota, we are built different. We do not cower to bullies. We are Minnesota strong.
All right, you guys, that's the most I can take. How did Popeye used to say it? That's all I can stand, and I can't stand no more. Do me a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. I don't even want to put too much on that. My first point of misunderstanding is when you're trying to have a speech, be able to say words correctly so that people understand what you're saying. Don't say pledge instead of pledge. And then, like, when you say stuff like our, you need to really mean it and not just be saying it just to try to show face and look like you're really being part of something. Oh my, I had to do that. Iran wants themselves dead. Okay, what else we got? She made more than Jasmine. She definitely did. She needs to be locked up and we need that money back. You are a thief and a liar. She definitely is. You can get into the government and rob Americans blind. She is the enemy of the state, like the movie they made with Will Smith. You're definitely right about that. That's how I feel about it. I do not like her at all. I think she's a thief, straight up and down. Let's get on over to Washington where somebody else might get locked up, and I don't know how much time she gonna get because she stole and shifted over $25 million. Hold on a minute. Watch your head. Makes you want to just be like, man, I should have thought about this before I did it. Don't do no crimes out there, you guys, especially at these ripe ages that we are. Who wants to be going back and forth to court at 50-something years old, talking about you might go to jail for 25, 30 years? Are you crazy? You might have a heart attack right there before you even get sentenced. Do me a favor. Do it the right way. Work hard, and if you can't make it, still do what you got to do. Because guess what? Things are hard out there, but it doesn't make no sense to make it harder for yourself. You wind up trying to do something, don't got no bail money, don't even know a lawyer. Now you really got to deal with one of these legal aids, and it gets worse from there. Lose everything that you did, had, family, and everything. All I'm saying to you guys is be a little more creative and put a little bit of more of that burning midnight hour oil in and try to make something fruitful for yourself so that you don't have to be dealing with bad situations and robbing people. Let's get on over to the House Ethics Panel. Says it finds Florida Representative Sheila McCormick guilty of stealing $25 million, and she committed 25 violations, shifting money and doing a bunch of different things that, of course, she was not supposed to be doing. I don't know how she thought that she was going to get away with this, but yeah. And she tried to get a delay in the case a week ago, but the judge wasn't having it. So Sheila, come to the front of the stage because you got some answers, some questions that need to be answered. Let's go.
And today, after a high pressure hearing that was held for South Florida Congresswoman Sheila McCormick.
A rare hearing at the House Ethics Committee held for hours yesterday. She's facing more than 24 charges for alleged misconduct. Local 10's Glenna Milberg is in the newsroom with more on the ruling announced today.
That hearing went late into the night. Hours later, literally this morning, the panel voting to affirm all but 2 of the 27 counts against the Congresswoman.
What does exist is a mountain of evidence.
A fiery 6-hour hearing went almost to midnight.
And the allegations before us are extremely serious.
After hours of overnight deliberations behind closed doors, the House Ethics Panel found what it called clear and convincing evidence that Congresswoman Sheila McCormick is guilty of 25 of 27 charges against her. The Congresswoman faced accusations she stole $5 million in FEMA COVID funding, mistakenly paid to her family business, then redirected it into her campaign for Congress in 2021.
More than half of it was paid to the Congresswoman and her friends and family, and of that, the vast majority went into her campaign.
McCormick faces federal criminal charges, too, for those same accusations. She has and does deny it all.
At the very least, you have to give us a hearing. You have to allow me to call witnesses on her defense.
The Congresswoman's attorney arguing the timing of this House hearing leaves her unable to defend herself in the upcoming federal criminal trial scheduled for next month.
I have my client on the...
She got 2 cases, this one and the other one for the other money. They charged her on these state crimes with 27. They charged her with 27. 25 of them stuck. He's making a complaint right now that he doesn't have enough time to prepare for this case because she's got another federal case. Judge ain't having it. He don't care. So only 2 of the charges didn't stick. So guess what, you guys? For people that think that you can get in government to try to steal money, I guess she didn't have the game plan that everybody else got.
Trial scheduled for next month.
I have my client on the one side of me saying, that's not true. I want to get up and I want to testify and I want to explain something. I have to advise her not to because I have to protect her Fifth Amendment rights for the criminal case.
That panel rejecting that argument, saying criminal court procedure has built-in protections for that. After its April recess, the full House Ethics Committee will meet to decide sanctions. That could be anything from a formal reprimand, fines, or the most serious, actual expulsion from the House. Back to you.
Okay.
It's crazy that we got a lot of these people that's still in office that got these cases that's open and they still able to hold their positions. Why? Why are they able to still hold their positions, you guys? Makes no sense. Let's get on over to 4. That's right, you guys. I'm not going to talk about the case that we've been talking about, the one that's been going on for a long time. I want to do a bit of rewind because you know what they say about the history. You never know about your future until you can understand your past. And that's the truth. We've been seeing situations with one particular person for a long time that's been going through a lot of situations when it comes down to, let's just say, driving influence. We don't know what he's under the influence of, but you know what I'm talking about. let's keep on moving forward right now because we got to get on over to Florida, Jupiter Island to be exact. We're going to get into this Tiger Woods DUI arrest. This is some footage that resurfaced after his second defense. It's clear that he's under the influence. In this video, it shows that he needs real serious help at this point. Not only that, every time he goes under the I think the breathalyzer from the second time, he never actually blew over the limit. He always blew like 0.0. That's what always made them think that it had something to do with medication. So when they asked him for a urine sample, he said no. Automatically got him in trouble, and after that, what happens? You can lose your license for up to a year if you refuse. So this is not the one that he just got arrested for. This is the case when he got arrested back in what was this? The last case when he got arrested for a DUI. This footage is from the officer's cruiser as well as his body cam. I want you guys to see how he's staggering around and everything. Watch how Tiger Woods looks in this. It's pretty sad. So this is not from this previous case. This is from the one prior. He's got 3 incidents already.
Okay. It's your other shoe that's untied, man. Well, now that one is too.
So now he told him his shoe was untied, right? So the one that's on the floor is the one that's untied. But he picks up his foot and puts it on the police car, the other one that was tied, and starts to untie it. So he said, okay, now both of them are untied. And then the officer walked off. Just to let you guys know what's going on if you ain't understand that part. And he's got his eyes all closed. Like,
yeah, all right, here. Go ahead and bring your leg down. I just don't want you to fall over. Here, you just keep your shoes up right over here. Do you remember what happened when my partner came up behind you? Do you remember being asleep in the car? You don't? All right, I don't want you to move your head, okay? I want you to keep your head still, your arms down by your side and your feet together, okay? Following the red light with your eyes and your eyes only, okay? Do you understand the instructions as I read them to you? Can you verbalize your answer, please? Follow on. Okay. All right, I need you to follow the light. All right, you're not even looking at the light. You're not even moving. Okay, what I want you to do, okay, is I want you to put your left foot. Do you know your left from your right? Yeah. Okay, what I want you to do is put your...
Man, if y'all could zoom in on these feet, as soon as he took the first step, he would have been locked up.
Left foot on that white line, just like this, okay? So look at my feet. Yeah. All right, and then you're going to put your right foot with your heel touching your toe directly in front, okay? So just like this, okay? Yeah. Can you go ahead and get to that position? Left foot, and then right foot with your heel touching your toe of your left foot. All right, make your right foot heel touch your toe. Step off line. Stepped off line. Missed the overtime. Do you understand the instructions? Okay, what were the instructions?
Not to sing the national anthem backwards.
Not to sing the national anthem backwards?
Man, what?
The ABCs from A to Z, and it's all non-rhythmic manner, okay?
What, man?
You may begin when you're ready. Mr. Woods.
They told him to say his ABCs, and they said, all right, go, start going when you're ready. This nigga walked off. Instead of saying his ABCs, they said, okay, go when you're ready. He walked off, and now they had to go get him before he walked in the traffic.
You don't have to walk anywhere. Go ahead and stand with your feet together and your arms down by your side.
And here we go, y'all. Y'all ready? can't even stand up. He's been wobbling the whole time he's been there. Ah, man, I'm not laughing at Tiger because that is a sickness, it's a disease, and I'm just praying that he gets over this and can get through it. Don't know what's going on with him. I'm telling you, he's probably one of the greatest golfers that we ever saw play the game, but he's still a human being. This right here can definitely be taken to be shown to many people to let you understand that what the drugs and actual alcohol can actually do to you when you're at your highest. Tiger Woods don't need $1. He's rich. He's a multi-millionaire. But the fact of the matter is he still has human problems, and you guys can see what he's dealing with. Sad part about it is most people that are in this position, they keep on going until the demise, similar to people that we know that lost their lives like Prince and people like DMX. We want to pray for Tiger, and hopefully he gets over the situations and comes back and gets much healthier and gets over this situation, because it's nothing to laugh at. It's a bad situation. Even though we got a little bit of giggles while it was going on, it's nothing to be laughed at, and we pray here today. We ask Father God that we help him out. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to Yemen. That's right, the Houthis are acting up. They're talking about they want to get down in the WAR now. I don't know what they're doing, but guess what? Y'all want to get down, you know what's going to happen. Boom, boom, boom. And this goes to show you, it's not over. It's not over. They're trying to pull, they're going in, they calling the C League and the B League right now to try to keep this thing going. Let's go, y'all.
Yemeni Houthi armed forces, with God's help and reliance upon him, have carried out their first military operation. This operation involved a salvo of ballistic missiles targeting sensitive military objectives of the Israeli enemy in the south of occupied Palestine. The operation coincided with the heroic operations carried out by our Mujahideen brothers in Iran and Hezbollah in Lebanon.
So they already started to strike. They're talking about victory because what they aimed at, it happened, they got it done, and now they're reporting and saying we are with our brothers now, and we're going to be striking at everyone that they're telling us to. The Houthis and whatever they have left, they've joined this WAR, you guys, just so you know. We got another situation going on with that. We don't talk too much about the Houthis and probably don't know who they are, but they're just another faction, a smaller sect that they get called on to do boom, boom, boom when it comes down to certain things over there. Now it's in Yemen and it's going down as they're striking and they entered into the WAR. Yes, let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to a little bit of gaggle from who you see right here. Vice President J.D. Vance, as well as who's that, Stephen Smith over there, talking about what's going on right now with this fraud department that they just opened. I already queued it up a little bit just to get a little bit of direct information on what they plan on doing. Here we go, because we got to find out what's going on with this fraud. There's been over, $700 million that was going through airports. Meanwhile, I'm looking at the comments yesterday and somebody's like, I can't even take $10,000 through the airport. How is it possible for all of these people to be taking suitcases through the airport? 700 million. I mean, I don't understand it. How is this even able to happen? So yes, I hope they get down to the bottom of all of this fraud that's going on. And these are the two gentlemen right here that are heading it off.
Personal behind-the-scenes experience with talking to the vice president and seeing how resolutely determined he was at the very first exposure of some of these shocking discoveries to create, establish, and launch this task force. And if you knew what I knew about the people at this table, you would understand just how committed this government, this administration is to ending this massive theft of American taxpayer dollars. Good. The people at this table are all united in absolute determination to stop this plague of fraud, criminality, and abuse. I think what's important for Americans to understand about how pervasive and widespread the fraud is that all of our systems were set up and established for a high-trust society. I think that most citizens probably assume that there's some verification process that takes place for the receipt of most federal benefits. The reality is that there is not. This is particularly true in blue states, willfully true in blue states, in which all of these programs are operated entirely on the honor system. No verification takes place before individuals are enrolled in or receive these benefits. So as a simple example, If you're a Somali refugee living in Minnesota, you could lie about how many children you have. You could lie about what your immigration status is. You could lie about your marital status. You could lie about child care. You could lie about disability. You could lie about all these things and many more. And nobody in the state of Minnesota would validate any of these facts before writing you a check.
Your money for it and all of the services that you say that you need.
We at the federal government are simply sent a bill from the state of Minnesota for the cost of providing these services in the aggregate. So to take the food stamp program as an example, SNAP, and that of course is administered by Secretary Rollins, we do not know the names of any SNAP recipient in the state of Minnesota. We just get a blank check. We have asked the state repeatedly and tried to compel the state unsuccessfully to turn over their SNAP enrollment rolls.
Why do you think they don't turn over the SNAP names of the people in Minnesota, you guys? Do you think that everybody in Minnesota should be getting SNAP, or do you think that there's a possibility that some people there that shouldn't be getting the SNAP benefits? Let's go again. Why wouldn't they want to hand over the information if that's what they need in order for the government to be giving them the money? Okay, let me ask you guys the question. Do you think that they're trying to hide people in Minnesota and that's why they're not giving the information over? If you believe so, thumbs up. That's why they're not trying to give the information up, because they know once the government finds out half of these people are illegals, they're going to stop giving the money to Minnesota. Is that the reason? Or thumbs down, or whatever other reason that you guys think. You already know what I'm thinking, the first one. I think that's the reason. But you guys may have your own opinions. And if you think thumbs down, I want to know why. Of course, absolutely. Shit, I was never able to get food stamps. Faye says yes. Tehran, that's yes. And that's a yep. That means that's why they do not want to turn over the information to the government, because they feel that most of the people that are receiving the monetary are not only supposed to not be getting it, but they're going to have to shut them down because they're illegal immigrants who are not supposed to be receiving food stamps. Guess where else that's going on? Right here in New York. That's right. Right here in New York. Won't give a database because they won't get their piece. Okay, they don't want us to know how bad it is. 200, let's go. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys. We got a lot more information to get out, and this was very well informative. I want to get the rest of it for us.
So we could ascertain such basic facts as, are these people even legally eligible to receive these benefits? And the state has refused. Absolutely, categorically refused. And in fact, the state has spent millions of dollars in court for the singular purpose of trying to prevent the state from ascertaining the identity of a single SNAP recipient in the...
So now what they're doing is taking money from the SNAP benefits, and then on top of that, they're using taxpayer money to fight back in court so that they still don't have to give up this information. So they really killing Minnesota when it comes down to monetary. That's where you see all the losses is at. Because when they go into court and they fighting against this, where do you think the money's coming from to do the fight for the lawyers? It's coming from taxpayer money. Let's go.
The entire state of Minnesota. Think about what this does to public trust, social trust, people's faith in the system, right? Imagine in a community, a working class community in the Twin Cities, say a native Minnesotan who works as a lineman.
I'm sorry, you're wrong. Someone that says immigrants aren't supposed to get food stamps, not in sanctuary states they can. They can get them here. Sanctuary states, this is the state where the sales associate turned around the receipt when the lady left. She turned around the receipt and it said that her balance was like $13,000 or $12,000 left in food stamps. It was an immigrant. Straight up, they was giving them thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars.
Or works as a construction worker, works in any job that requires hard work, dedication, focus, who's worried about his ability to support for and provide his family. And then imagine that he has a neighbor who's a Somali refugee who arrived 2 years ago and has a Mercedes and no financial stress and no worries at all in the entire world and never seems to ever go to work at all.
And they're looking at you like, you stupid. What are you doing? We come here to get money. And they're looking at you like you're dumb. My country. In my country, we don't have that problem. In my country, this is what we do. In my country, look. And they send all the money back to their country and enrich their people. That's what they did with all that money.
because he just went to an office in the state, lied on a piece of paper, and got unlimited free money forever for life. That is the system that is being run, and that is the corruption that this task force, under the leadership of the vice president, is going to demolish.
That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Get it done. And they got the perfect people to do it. You know how when they say, when you're the person that you could just pick certain people, you be like, yeah, I'm going to send him. I'm going to send that one. Oh, man, they got JD. He's a brain. And Steven, oh, you don't want him on you because he's going to just be nitpicking until you go crazy. They got the right people on this one. That's right. He's a weasel, but sometimes you want to send a weasel after people. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes you need certain people to go after certain things. And pop, go to weasel. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Y'all thought we forgot. We started it over here. We don't play when it comes down to Jeffrey Epstein. Talking about no one's talking about Epstein anymore. You must not be talking about our bottom line. We started it, we keeping it going, and we're going to be here until it's over. Any breaking information that we're going to get, we're going to bring it here first. Anything we find out, we're going to be the first ones to give it to you. Epstein, a survivor, and what she saw and what was hidden from everyone. We got another survivor! And you know what I like about the survivors? And what I like about people that actually were witnesses to situations? They know what's going on. Borrowed this from TMZ. We're going to get right into this, guys. I tried to cue it up as best as possible. I'm going to take as much information as we can off of this because it's very informative. Do your boy a favor. If you appreciate the show, we're really focused on getting to 100,000 subscribers because we would like to put that plaque right there, the silver one. I'd like to take that poster down. That's the position right there that's being held. We would like to put that silver plaque right there. And then after that, we're going to put the gold one on the bottom there. So those are like position holders. So I'm going to need you guys to go ahead and tap that screen and get those likes up. Because if we ain't putting it down in the morning at 6 o'clock, better than anybody else, with the #1 host, myself, #1 co-host and family members that's in the chat, I don't know who is. I'm going to need you guys to go ahead and double tap that screen. Let's go. Go ahead and help us out with this information right here. Let's see as much as we can get from this survivor. Let's go, y'all.
Safety app. Ms. Michaels, thank you so much for joining me today.
I can't tell you how grateful I am, Jackson, to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Of course, I'm very grateful for your time. Now, take us back to 1991. Who were you before Jeffrey Epstein, and how did he make his way into your life?
In 1991, I would say July 8th, 1991, the day before I was raped by him. 1991, I was 22 years old. I was a thriving professional dancer. I was working all over the world. I had just come back from Tokyo where
And do me a favor, I'm gonna say it first before the person that wants to and likes to say this bull starts saying it. Everybody's not a liar. Everybody's not making stuff up. And just because they possibly got some money doesn't make them a crook. So about out of thousands of people, I'm so tired of that one person that's in the chat talking about, oh, when they got money out of it. Oh, yeah. I'm tired of hearing you guys, man. And I don't know if you want to put it in the chat to try to be seen, but you suck when you do that. Just to let you know. Before you get your fingers to typing, you already suck. Just to let you know. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. Everybody ain't lying, all right?
I was doing modeling contracts, TV, movies, dancing with the company 6 days a week. I was happy. And in a career that is extremely competitive and very difficult to thrive in, I was thriving. And I come home from this contract in Tokyo, and my roommate tells me she's working for this wealthy Wall Street guy.
So this roommate of yours tells you about this Wall Street guy. And when she's describing him, what does she tell you?
She tells me that she's been working for him for about 6 months. She's very complimentary, very respectful of him, seems to really like him. He is training her to be a masseuse.
But the majority of the time when you're introduced to somebody from somebody else, your guard is already down because you trust that person. So you look at it like, okay, if I can trust you, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. And fellas, I'm going to be honest with you. Majority of the time, if you want to meet a woman, try to have one of her friends hook you up. Fellas, women, I'm just going to be real about it. 9 times out of 10, fellas, tell your homegirl, yo, you got any friends? I know it sounds funny when they be like, yo, you got any friends for me? You got any friends for me? That's the actual truth. Because, hey, I got this guy, 9 times out of 10, She gonna say, all right, I'll see what he's about. Hey, at least you got a chance to go on a date, dude. It's your chance to impress her, because you probably wouldn't have got that date if it wasn't for that door, that opening. And this is what I'm talking about. Jeffrey Epstein was very manipulative. He would get someone to come in, manipulate them, and then send them out to bring more people in. You ever hear the term hurt people? Yeah. And it's disguised as something else. So as she's telling her this fantastic story about this billionaire that's teaching her how to do all of this massage work, she ain't telling her the other side of it. And she's not telling her, if I bring you over there, I get an extra $400. Yeah, $400. Let's go.
We didn't really call it massage therapists back in, 1991, and the licensing was ambiguous back in 1991. So he was training her in all of these supposed international massage techniques. And because she was also a professional dancer, Jackson, I want everybody to understand that was not uncommon for us to have different side jobs while we were auditioning. We could do massage, we could do photography, we could do makeup, we could do waitressing. A lot of people did temp work.
Somebody said, hell of a friend, right? Yeah. That's like that joke that you heard before back in the day, and I'm gonna just try to get it off real quick. He said, one day me and my nephew was walking. He said, my nephew looked and we saw 2 dogs. He said, oh my God, I don't want my nephew to see nothing like that, so I covered his eyes. What was the 2 dogs doing? One was humping on the other dog, right? We had one dog that was standing there, and the other one was humping on the other dog, right? So he said, man, I ain't wanna lay the heavy on my nephew because he's too young. He said, so what's going on over there, man? Why them 2 dogs doing that? He said, I looked at him and he said, I ain't want to lay the heavy shit on him. So I said, well, let me explain it to you like this. He said, well, put it like this. The one that's in the front is helping his friend in the back because he hurt his foot. And then he said, his nephew looked at the scene real quick and he said, he said, yeah, what's up, nephew? He said, ain't that just like a friend? You try to help him, and he fuck you every time. Yeah, that's just like certain types of friends. You try to help them, and they give you the shaft. Keep on moving forward, y'all.
But finding a side job that would allow you to audition, allow you to be able to run off and take a contract and not lose your position in that career was really rare, and she had found it. This man seemed to care about dancers, want to help advance her career, and she was making a ton of money, traveling around the world, and learning this new skill and being paid to learn it.
And was there anything that she raised to you at the time that might have caused some alarm bells in the back of your mind? Or was it just this man who was very philanthropic and wanted to support dancers?
It definitely made me question it being too good to be true, right? Because so I did ask her, one question was, are you in love with your boss? Because she seemed to really like him. The other question I had was, is it just massage? To which she said yes, and I believed her. So I asked my questions when I was concerned and when some red flags went off, and felt really confident and trusted my friend. This wasn't a new friend. This wasn't just a roommate. This is someone that I knew for a year and a half. I'd spent 5 months on a cruise ship with her. She was somebody I loved and trusted.
At what point?
Hey, do me a favor, Liberty. Cut off slow mode. I think you got on slow mode right now. So let's keep on moving forward. When I came in the chat earlier, Liberty, it said a mod has turned on slow mode. Maybe that's affecting it. Probably what it's doing. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get those likes up, you guys. Do your boy that favor. Doesn't matter. Long as we're working, I'm getting to it. Yes, do me a favor, Liberty. See if you made a mistake and turned on slow mode. I saw that happen earlier. Let's keep on moving. We all make mistakes over here. Sometimes it happens. It is on slow mode. I saw that. Yeah, let's take that off. Maybe that's doing something. Let's get that out of here. Maybe that's it. That's the problem. Let's get on over because we got more to get into. I still got a show to run no matter what. Sometimes you may have to have a show that's just putting the kitties. We got to do what we got to do. Sometimes we got to get on working until tomorrow. We got to keep on moving and we'll get it right tomorrow. And we all have those mistakes. That's how things happen. I've made mistakes here many times. You guys have seen it. And because of that, we've all gotten better and we're going to learn from it. I remember one time I turned on the damn thing and it had 2 screens there like I was bringing somebody in. I make mistakes too. It is what it is. Let's keep moving forward and we're going to get it right. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up, because what we do in that department, it overshadows everything. Once we get those likes up and we control the scene on that, and we're really here doing what we got to do, nothing else matters. And if you guys can just follow along with the news, I'm going to keep on doing what I need to do, delivering it, making sure I'm on point. Even if the chat's taking too long, it's going to catch up to us. Let's get on over to Hillary Clinton, because she got all heartbroken and hell bent loose when they asked the question about what? Anthony Weiner's what? Laptop. Remember the laptop? Look at that chat going fast now. Somebody did something. I see something going on over there. Let's see what Hillary did. We didn't get this part, and we went through every single little part of Hillary's deposition, but we never really looked at this part. Let's keep on going, you guys. I just want to see how the energy in the room changed just for this moment, because we never saw this before. I know I didn't.
Now that would be very helpful. Are you aware of any files that were on Anthony Weiner's laptop in a folder that was titled insurance, life insurance, with a zip file titled frazzled?
Chairman's ruling.
This is
within the scope? Is this within the scope, Mr. Chairman?
If the chairman rules that it's not within the scope.
Mr. Chairman, based on what you said in the public hearing, is this within the scope?
We can go off the record for a moment.
Mr. Chairman, is this within the scope?
Now they want to go off the record. Is this within the scope? Is this within the scope of what we said we was going to talk about on the record? Now we got to go off the record.
We'll go off the record.
They don't want to talk about that laptop with Anthony Weiner, huh? With all them files, huh?
We can talk.
I ain't want to talk about that. I just thought that you guys would like to see something about that real quick. Just thought that because I never saw it before, Anthony Weiner and all of his names.
We'll get back on the record.
Madam Clinton, you have stated that you do not recall meeting Jeffrey Epstein and have no links to him. Have you reviewed any photos, emails, or records from the released Epstein files that might refresh your recollection of any encounter, event, or introduction involving him?
Excuse me, before. You are stating that with respect to her, an interview, or with respect to what she has stated here today?
I'm asking in general, has anything that you have viewed since the release of the Epstein files brought any sort of recollection of an encounter with Epstein?
Not that I recall.
You acknowledged meeting Ghislaine Maxwell on a few occasions in connection with the Clinton Global Initiative. Please describe each meeting in detail.
I did not. I said that, actually in response to a question, which posited that she had come to the Clinton Global Initiative in 2013, I stated I did not have any involvement in that, and I did not recall seeing her there, but I have seen photos that she has been there, and in 2013, she was very active promoting this ocean work that she was doing, and apparently everybody from the UN to CNN to the TED Talk people thought it was worth giving her a platform.
And y'all did too, and she was part of the situation, Hillary. Come on now, Hillary. She got real bent out of shape when they started asking those questions about Weiner Man's email. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. She never recalls anything, right? Hillary and Ghislaine definitely. Ooh, what did you say? Her face gave away all of those answers. That was crazy, right? I told you, we don't stop over here. We don't play. We keep on moving forward in that category too. We still going on. We still got more. Because guess what? I think this lawyer may have painted himself into a corner that Jordan couldn't get out of. I'm talking about he believe he can fly. That corner that this lawyer painted himself in is crazy. And not only that, he dragged down who? Prince Andrew. When he said that Jeffrey Epstein met with Prince Andrew after he was arrested. And this is coming in from Darren Indike. He makes this shocking claim that Andrew was with Epstein after he was arrested. So all of the stuff that Andrew was saying in that interview was lies, basically. And he just basically snubbed the entire interview that Andrew had by just answering a few questions in this deposition. This is Jeffrey Epstein, one of Jeffrey Epstein's lawyers for his accounting side.
Ever met Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly Prince Andrew?
Yes, that person was either then coming after a meeting or just leaving prior to the meeting.
So, sir, are we talking about more than one occasion?
Twice
both of these encounters in Mr. Epstein's home?
Yes.
Have you ever met Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly Prince Andrew?
Yes.
When?
It's difficult for me to say. It was obviously before he died.
Yeah.
And it was also in the context of me going to the New York townhouse.
Before Mr. Epstein died.
Before Mr. Epstein died, yes, sorry, not Andrew Windsor. Apologies. Also in the context of me going to Mr. Epstein's house for status updates on the matters that I was working on for him. I guess no longer Prince Andrew. That person was either then coming after a meeting or just leaving prior to a meeting. And either I was introduced once or twice to that person.
The former Prince Andrew?
Correct.
So, sir, are we talking about more than one occasion?
Twice.
And were both of these encounters in Mr. Epstein's home?
Yes, in the New York townhouse, and they were passing encounters.
Was the former Prince Andrew in the company of women when you met him?
No.
Did you ever become aware of the former Prince Andrew having a sexual relationship with any women connected to Jeffrey Epstein?
I became aware of allegations made against Prince Andrew subsequently.
At what point in time?
These guys are still covering up for Epstein, still covering up for Andrew, but it's hard to do when you're under oath, because you know that they can bring that stuff against you. They've already incriminated themselves as far as I'm concerned.
I don't even know how to triangulate that.
Before Jeffrey Epstein's death?
Yes.
Before his Florida arrest?
No.
No.
Have you ever met?
And I mean, that's helpful for me. Not before the arrest, not before the conviction, either. I think it was subsequent to the jail time.
So you basically know that that's saying that Prince Andrew was still in accord and in agreement and dealing with Jeffrey Epstein after the fact that he got incriminated, got locked up for all of the bad things.
Have you ever met Jess Staley?
I met Jess Staley also about 2 times, maybe 3 times. Also, once in passing, and once I was delivering a trust document to
Mr. Staley?
To Mr. Staley, yes.
Why was that?
Mr. Staley was a signatory on a trust from Mr. Epstein.
Do you recall which trust?
It was a prior iteration of an estate planning trust.
Did you ever become aware of Mr. Staley having a sexual relationship with any women connected to Jeffrey Epstein?
I have no personal knowledge of that, never observed anything like that. After Epstein's death, I became aware there were allegations, I think, in the bank litigation that Staley had a relationship.
Not in the bank litigation allegations, because you were one of the people that were taking over the paperwork and dealing with that. One person we've been following up with did all of the legal paperwork and all of everything that had to do with the finances for Jeffrey Epstein when it came down to dealing with the accused. And then the next person that we're going to bring up here, who is the accountant. This is the guy that got the checks made. So basically, anytime someone sent in a bill, he had to review it, right? And then he would take it to Jeffrey Epstein. But in some cases, the person that said that they weren't really cool with Jeffrey Epstein, that they never really had that much of a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, that they weren't that much together, that person actually was able to sign checks. And she actually had a signatory on to be able to sign checks. Who was that person, you guys? None other than Ghislaine Maxwell. That's right. His accountant right here is basically saying that she asked him to help her when it came down to doing certain things like financial operations and a whole bunch of other things. But the thing about it that brings all of this together here with Ghislaine Maxwell is the fact that even this accountant here, who was Jeffrey Epstein's accountant, had to bring paperwork to Ghislaine Maxwell in order for her to sign, for her to cut checks. So she had power to cut checks and power to access his money. And this is not when he was arrested. This is when he was still alive. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got work to do.
Where this meeting with Miss Maxwell took place?
It would have had to take place at the office because that's where I was every day. Epstein was incarcerated. Maxwell had asked if I could help her with some of her finances. Not paid by her, and I felt like my work was not appreciated. So I told Epstein that
Mr. Epstein had a romantic relationship with each other.
I was never aware of Epstein's romantic relationships, but there was, I'd say, office chatter.
Now, the reason why he's smart about that, and he's already sitting next to his lawyer, he doesn't want to put any overlapping situations together. Never have anything to do with an actual claim. I'm sure his lawyers already prepared him for that. Anything actual, say no, and you have no knowledge. Because once you start stringing things together, they can come back and start asking you questions. Well, you did say this about Ghislaine. You did. You know what I'm saying? So you have no knowledge until they get you where they need, where you think they got you. And then you look at me and I'll tell you what to say. So just so you know how this plays out. Let's keep on going.
Miss Maxwell a friend?
No.
Would you consider yourselves close?
No.
Miss Maxwell a friend?
But there was, I'd say, office chatter.
Consider Miss Maxwell a friend?
No.
Would you consider yourselves close?
No.
When did you first meet Ghislaine Maxwell?
I met Maxwell probably within the first, I'd say, 2 months of working for Epstein.
And what was the context of that first meeting?
I don't recall the context of the first meeting. I believe I was probably introduced to her.
Let's try to go ahead and beat this situation that's going on with this glitch. Only way we can do it is if we get those likes up. So everybody who is here, I know you're not seeing but a certain amount of things going on right now, but that does not mean that we're not showing up and we're not showing out and giving you guys a good show. Hell with what they're doing. Let's double tap their screen to get those likes up. If you do appreciate the show, let's get those let's hit that like button. I'm sorry, hit that subscribe button. And if you're feeling really jipper right now, you want to spend some dough, a whole $2.99, you can become a member. That's right, because there's so much exclusive perks that the members get. Also, last but not least, you might want to join that Discord. Let's go, you guys, let's go.
And that was the extent of my first meeting with her.
Introduced to Miss Maxwell by whom?
I don't recall.
Do you know where this meeting with Miss Maxwell took place?
It would have had to take place at the office because that's where I was every day.
And what did you discuss with Miss Maxwell in your first meeting?
As I said before, I don't recall the conversation, but my dealings with Maxwell when she was working in Epstein's office were predominantly regarding, she was a signatory on Epstein's accounts, and I would receive from Epstein's properties stacks of invoices of which I would review, and after I reviewed them, I would either bring them to her if she was at her desk or leave them on her desk for her to sign the checks and review them as well.
Basically, the accountant making sure that the checks are good. Then he bring Ghislaine the checks. She'll look. I mean, making sure that the receipts are good. He would bring them to Ghislaine, checks already prepared, so that she could sign. She'd probably look at the invoices and go ahead and sign off on them. This goes to show you that she did have power over Jeffrey Epstein's monetary.
Were you surprised that Miss Maxwell was a signatory on accounts?
I knew Maxwell to be the equivalent of Epstein's chief of staff. So that was I was explained that she was number 2 to Epstein. So no, I wasn't surprised.
Number 2 to Epstein, y'all. Number 2.
And at the time of your first interactions with Miss Maxwell, what was your understanding of what she did for a living outside of performing a chief of staff like duty as you just explained?
My understanding was that she had signatory authority, so she reviewed bills And when I use the word chief of staff, I mean that she would travel with Epstein. She would interact with the property managers and the staff to make sure that the properties were the way Epstein wanted the properties to be. And that she, on occasion, traveled with Epstein as well.
He didn't ask him that. He wanted to know what he thought her position was and what she actually did, not just the fact of the work that she did for Epstein. They want to know basically, what do you think her background is? Where does she come from? What do you think that got her the job to be doing that? If it's not nothing in any other sexual or personal way, why is she there? What got her to be that person is what he's basically asking him. He's not answering that question though.
And throughout your relationship or employment with Mr. Epstein and working with Ms. Maxwell, did her role as sort of a chief of staff or a number two to Mr. Epstein, did that ever change?
Yeah, I believe that she was no longer involved in Epstein's day-to-day operations sometime in, I want to say, the 2009 to 10 range.
I wish I was a body expert. The way he scratched his ear right there and rubbed his nose, believe me, that meant something. I had enough of the lies. Let's keep on going, you guys. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. We have no idea what's going on with the other stuff, but I can see everybody flowing smoothly. I see he is lying. I see Jordan Dowdy up in here having to avoid the potholes from Winston's. I see Stingray up in here. I see Eric Hayes, Marissa. Who else do I see? Angels Among Us, Faye Faye, the users up in here, 55 Coffee House, Lauren. I see Liberty. I see Clive. I see Ronnie. I see Amanda Shins. I don't care what they're talking about. We see all of you. Don't worry about whatever the hell is going on. Keep watching the show. Focus on that. Don't even worry about it because I got this. Let's get on over to Philadelphia, Cumberland to be exact. We got doom, 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 doom. Couldn't come at a better time. Doom, 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 doom. Ice, ice, baby. Get them. That's right, you guys. We got these ICE agents that's doing what? They damn job. That's what they doing. You want to run inside of a car and run in there and say, hey, don't do that. I'm not coming. And then your wife want to get on. Let me stop. I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to read from what's on the paper, what's on the back paper over here. Stick to this topic, Boogotti. Don't go extra. Philadelphia, Cumberland County. ICE agents smashed into a car window during a wreck for a man in Cumberland County. And his wife was kind of yelling. She was. But I had to put a little bit on that because she was kind of peed off at this situation right here. Yeah, let's go. What else we got over here? There we go, right there. Let's go.
Those ICE agents in Cumberland County smashing a car window in order to arrest a man they say is in the U.S. illegally. The man's wife recorded the video on Friday. She can be heard screaming as agents pulled her husband from the vehicle.
See, you try to get inside the car and close the window, not realizing that the windows are glass. And they gonna break that glass to get you out of there.
And put him in handcuffs. This happened as a couple was getting a ride from their attorney, who tells NBC 10 he asked to see a warrant, but the agents never showed him one. He claims they were watching his client from the moment he stepped out of the courthouse. He also says they escalated the situation for no reason.
They had to be looking at him when he walked out of the door because we didn't even get one block before they pulled me over. It was very violent. They never had to break out the window to my car or smash my car. They also did damage to the other parts of my car. And it was just very upsetting, obviously.
Now, the attorney says the client has been working to get his immigration paperwork sorted out. He also says he called an ICE supervisor and requested a copy of the arrest warrant, but he has yet to see one. We've reached out to the Department of Homeland Security about this. We are waiting to hear back.
Yeah, sounds about like what happens. You know, he said that one key issue you got to listen to there, you guys, is the fact that they said he was working to get his papers correct. We don't know what the status was, and we don't know what was going on with that. Pretty crazy, you guys. Yeah, I don't know if he was a criminal. Not gonna say that. All I know is when you go to court for something like that, you not only have to worry about them coming after you, but there may be somebody sitting in court paying attention to those cases right there from ICE, ready to just pick you guys up and bring you back. So once they find out that you're not supposed to be here and they find out that there's a possibility to take you into custody, they're not going to wait. There's people that actually hang out in the courtroom, certain ICE agents that just do that. Let's keep on moving over, you guys, because I told you we go everywhere around the world, not just one state or city. Let's get on over to Malaysia. We've got a horrifying moment where an explosion and fireworks happened in a stall next door. So there's fireworks over here in the stall, because you know that's how they do it in Malaysia. Just different stalls set up. So there's a stall right next door to a restaurant. And this man jumped into the right position as soon as he saw this thing going on and probably saved his business by what you guys are about to see. Fireworks, something that is very highly flammable, you got to be really careful about. And in a lot of other countries, they really have them just exposed in different places because they're legal. But that doesn't mean that you don't got to still be careful with them, you guys. So yeah, this shop owner, by the hair of his chinny chin got those gates down. Check this out. So you can already see stuff is already trying to fly inside of there. So luckily they pulled those gates down. I think those are gates because the next door location is just going off with fireworks. Some of those are still open, so it's still flying in. Bad part is the distance. You don't know what it can start another fire in multiple locations. This is a dangerous situation right here, even to try to fight it, because it's still ongoing and there's fireworks coming from everywhere. Of course, I grew up in the U.S. and I don't know a lot about what goes on in other countries. Most of the information that I get is from on the internet. So what do you got to say about that? But that doesn't mean I don't see what's going on via the internet. I may not know everything, but I know enough to understand what's going on. That's right. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen. Get those likes up. I hope you guys are appreciating the show. And boy, I can't wait to get to this health and wellness section. Do your boy a favor now. Let's surpass what's going on. Let's not worry about it. And let's get those likes up. Come on, you guys. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. And guess what? Come on and become a member. We have a lot of stuff going on over here every single day. Let's go on over to Washington, where we got to meet the new secretary of the DHS. Who took whose job? That's right, you guys. Kristi Noem, the woman that you love. I don't know if you guys can get over this or see yourself without her, but that's right. She's no longer in that department. And we've got a new man that we want to introduce to you guys. His name is Markwayne Mullin.
Well, the question is, who am I? I'm my wife's husband. So I'm Markwayne Mullin from the great state of Oklahoma, and just recently sworn in to be Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. You know, we all think about our backyard all the time. We say, you know, this is my yard, like the football players say, this is my house, right? When I was wrestling, this is my mat. This is my home, this is my domain. I used to fight walking in a cage, this is my cage, and we all want to protect it. Now the fact that I get to protect every aspect of the homeland, that excites me, because I know no one's going to fight harder for my family than I would, considering my family lives and walks all across truly the homeland. That means I get to protect it, and I'll protect your family just like I protect mine. So that's what excites me about being in a fight every single day. I sat down, took my jacket off, and I got a phone number that said 202. I typically don't answer that because when the president calls, it says DJT. but I picked it up, and it was a voice that a lot of us know. He starts talking to me. We're about 15 seconds in the conversation, and Susie, I guess, walks into the office, and he has me on speakerphone, and she says, "Congratulations." He goes, "I haven't even told him yet." That's how I found out. But probably what prepares me more than anything, honestly, for Homeland, anybody that's been a dad understands how much you'll do to protect your family, and that same tenacity that you would literally die for your family, that same tenacity of protecting your homeland, it's a 24-hour, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, a job that you learn to love. I love being a dad, right?
All right, so we're gonna see how you all are being in your position of the Secretary of the DHS, Mark. Nice to get to know you. Thanks you for introducing yourself. But we got a lot more to get into and a lot more to cover. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. You guys, you just met the new Secretary of DHS. That was Mark Wayne Mullen. I don't know what you guys think about it, but hey, there you go. Let's keep on going over to Nepal. Viva Nepal! That's right. We got a police officer, the police that arrested the former prime minister over. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen and get those likes up. Viva Nepal. What's going on over in Nepal? Let's see. So yeah, you don't see any comments here, but like I said, you get arrested, the Prime Minister has been arrested for DEATF. So yeah, we don't know if he's gonna make it. Countries like that, you don't make it. They take you to the, I can't even say certain words, but when you get caught up in places like that, hopefully it doesn't happen, but yeah, Viva Nepal. We're going to see the former prime minister has been taken into custody and arrested over a DEATF. That's what that was. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got to get on over to Forest County. We got a bond set at $20,000 before the county. And I don't like this at all because this woman here, she committed animal cruelty. I did not watch this video because I didn't want to watch it. I said to myself, I'll watch it with you guys. I don't like things like this. I didn't want to report it, but we have to because we need to get things like this out so more people can know what's going on. Let's go. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. Let's get it, you guys. Let's go. What we got over here? Let's go. There we go.
Sheriff's Office has arrested 42-year-old Amanda Williams. She was arrested in connection to an animal cruelty investigation out of Petal we told you about yesterday. Williams made her initial appearance in Forest County Justice Court this afternoon. The judge set her bond at $20,000 for one count of aggravated animal cruelty, but she must have a mental evaluation before she can post bond or be released.
One count of animal cruelty, bond set at $20,000. Must get a mental evaluation before posting bond. Evaluation expected next week. Cannot own or care for any animals while out on bond.
Williams is also not allowed to own or care for any animals while out on bond.
Yes, we will be following up on that story because I want to get more details and find out what happened because that wasn't enough right there. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's keep on going. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. We're trying to get up to 80,000 subscribers over here. We work very hard to do that to get you guys information from all around the world, not just one place. You may not like it, but you're going to get it. Let's get on over to Kuwait, and we got to watch these fires that range across the Kuwait International Airport because some of these missiles are not being able to make it far enough. So what Iran is doing now, they're booming anyone next to them or close to them. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen and see what these guys are up to. Let's go. We got drone strikes that are being caused in fire around Kuwait Airport as Iran war rages. So again, you guys, it don't seem like they don't have no more weapons. I mean, we're hearing about war coming to an end and they stopping doing certain stuff, but from what we're looking at, I don't see this thing stopping no time soon. So when they say, should we get rid of the entire regime, I'm going to have to say, you know, sometimes you got to get rid of everybody to stop certain things from happening. And yes, this is in Yemen. This is in Yemen. And we got our own crazy rallies and stuff going on in the United States right now. Let's get on over to Dallas, where I used to live for about 2 years. Yes, they doing it all over, you guys. We didn't just want to go to one place, which was Minnesota. Let's get on over to Dallas right now because we got to cover the No Kings rally in Dallas. And a lot of nonsense and a lot of craziness broke out. I don't see anywhere where anyone is having peaceful protests now. I see where it's like almost where you can be the craziest freak and stand out. That's the point that's going on right now. It's pretty crazy, you guys. Let's go. Let's double tap that screen, get those likes up. Have to cover it. It's news. Dallas. Come to the front of the stage.
I said a Texas. I said a Dallas. I said a Texas. I said a Dallas. Let's go. Let's go. Move back for us, please. Stop right down there. I can do it in there. I can do it. No. You want to die? Are you fucking threatening me? What? What are you doing? Take no more. We're fired up. We'll take no more. Move, ice, get out the way. Move, ice, get out the way. Not in this war. We'll take no more. What kind of power? People power. What kind of power? People power. What kind of power?
We got to do something about Trump. Just cannot continue this. The country's going down the tubes in a hurry.
That's right, you guys. We let everybody get their word out. We let all political parties let this to get their say, and that's what's going on in Dallas. That's right, you guys. Watching from the UK, you guys see what's going on. He tried to use a ludicrous song. At least they're getting better with their chants. Move, ice, get out the way. Move, ice, get out the way. Do. They're trying a little bit. They're getting better with their songs, though. They got better chants. They must have hired someone. Like, you know what? We've been getting called out about our chants. We're getting tired of this. Let's find some better chants. Let's see what we can do. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And double tap that screen. Get those likes up. Move, ice. Get out the way. Move, ice. Get out the way. That's right, y'all. Let's go. A woman could crash into the... Oh, my God. This one here. Oh, don't you ever go take your road test drunk. Because that's the only thing I could say. Yeah, I said it. Do not go drunk to your road test. I don't know what was going on with this woman right here, but she flipped upside down when she went to take her road test. I know it's hard to take your road test in other places, and if the steering wheel is on the left-hand side, like some of my people over there in the UK, I understand. I really do. But guess what? That has no reason why you need to flip the damn car over while you're doing your road test. You think she got a license after that? Had to get out the other... Oh, come on now. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Do not, I repeat, and I'm making this up, but she had to be drunk for this to be the case. Let's go. Hitting every edge, every corner of every turn. Why not? I don't know what the hell she doing. No, selector, we must rewind. Rewind selector. Bring it back from the beginning now. Calm down. Drive. Don't drive drunk. Don't drive drunk. Don't drive drunk. Don't drive drunk. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Get him. There you go, y'all. That was it. Do not, I repeat, there's no reason to take a sip of the sauce because you might be nervous. You might be a little nervous. Don't hit the blunt. Don't hit nothing before you go get your before you get your test. I'm telling you guys, don't do it. Like white lines. Do-doom, 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 do-doom. Do-doom, 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 do-doom. Bass. Do-doom, do-doom. White lines. Don't do it. That's what I'm talking about. Don't do it. What y'all got for me in the comments? Come on now. I know y'all can laugh. I know y'all got jokes. Hydro in New York for 49 years. Now licensed. I acquired 20 years aggravated unlicenses. Okay, what else you got? Bad enough they didn't stop at the stop sign after they clipped the curb, but they must have confused which foot was what when they gunned it on the spin. I love your choice of words. Somebody said they gunned it. I ain't hear that word in a long time. He said gunned it. Oh my God. Somebody thought that they was hitting the brake and hitting the gas. I didn't do that since I was a little kid. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm gonna try to stay on point and stay on topic. But that was crazy right there. Doom, 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 doom. I felt like it was still up there. I wanted to play it again. All right, you guys. We got to keep on moving forward. That was one for the books right there. And again, do not go get your driver's license or to take the test drunk. Like I said, don't drive drunk. That was a Stevie Wonder song, by the way, and it's kind of cliche. How you gonna have a man that's blind talking about don't drive drunk? Come on, y'all. How you got Stevie to make that song? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to Philadelphia, where we got a hero teen who breaks a window to save a woman, and she was appearing to have a seizure. This is a little hero. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap those likes, because we got some good news to get into right here. I like to report heroes, especially when they're young kids or when they're teenagers, because we're so not used to seeing stories like this. So we're going to raise it up for this one right here. Let's get on over to Philadelphia, where it's normally a bad story, but not now.
Well, he's being hailed as a hero. A Philadelphia teenager sprung into action to help save a woman who appeared to be having a seizure behind the wheel.
Yeah, witnesses said if not for the 17-year-old boy, it could have ended a lot worse. CBS News Philadelphia reporter Liz Crawford has a story from the Northeast.
Somebody said that Axel Foley music was crazy. That's what it reminded me of too, that doom, 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 doom. Sound like Axel Foley from 48 Hours, right?
Jaheim Warner, a junior at Tacony Academy Charter High School, said he was walking home Thursday night after his baseball game.
I changed and then left with a couple of friends. They went to McDonald's and I went home.
And a good thing, because as he walked down Tulip Street, he said he noticed a few women panicking and banging on a white truck.
So I said, what's happening? And they were like, she sees it in the car, and they were still trying to bang on the window, trying to wake her up.
Some of the witnesses said the truck was about here when they noticed the woman not moving, but the truck slowly inching little by little all the way out into the intersection.
It was still in drive.
Warner said he found a pole in a trash can and broke the back window with it. This Ring camera captured him jumping into the bed of the truck.
I've seen him climbing in through a little hole that he smashed. So he was like squeezing his little body in there.
Christine Sternberger said she heard the commotion outside her house and ran out.
And when he got in there, he just held her the whole time. And he was talking to her, telling her that she was going to be okay.
And what did you say to her?
I said, it's going to be okay. I'm with you. I'm not going to leave you. And I didn't leave until the ambulance got there.
He's like a hero. He's a hero. He got in there, tried to, he just like took over.
I felt like
They said he just took over. 17 years. Come on now, give some love for this one right here. Double tap the screen, show some thumbs up, show this young guy some love right here, because guess what? We got a whole bunch of alternative stories that we've been showing about 17-year-olds and teenagers that have been doing a pow and all of that rose knob and stuff, right? Now we finally got a good one here. A good one that goes to Tacoma Academy. That's right. And what's that, a charter school? There we go, in Philadelphia.
that I needed to be there in that moment.
We're still working to learn who the woman was behind the wheel and how she's doing. As for Warner, it's probably not the last time he gets called a hero.
He said he wants to be a firefighter when he's older.
There you go. Okay, yeah, because my father was a firefighter, so.
Liz Crawford, CBS News, Philadelphia.
That's right, you guys. Finally a good story. I hope they put together a little GoFundMe for him too. Get him a little scooter or something like that. Get back and forth to school. You know what I'm saying? Put a little bit of cheese on it. Don't just say thank you. How about look out for the brother? You know what I'm saying? It don't take a lot. Just like when I tell you guys over here, $1 go a long way, especially when it's 500 people. You get what I'm saying? So people that say, oh, I ain't got it. You ain't got $1. You're that broke. How you pay your phone bill? But we ain't gonna go there. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. I really would appreciate it. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Become a member. It's expensive. It's a whole $3. But guess what? You get a lot out of it. Hit that notification bell down there so that you know we're on. And now we got to keep on going on because we got some rain camera footage that shows a tornado that basically rips something off the ground, boom, and slams it back down. Be careful out there in these tornadoes right now. It's the season. You guys, when you hear about warnings and stuff like that, please keep it moving and don't just hang out. And it's happening in many different places, like Tampa. Be very careful. Tornadoes, they come out of nowhere, may not even get a warning. But you guys, when you hear about it, when you can, take them very serious. Thank you so much, Jordan Dowdy 913. I guess you won yesterday too, huh? That's right, you guys. Let's keep going. Let's go. As we can see the twister forming here. Picked up an entire house and flipped it and slammed it back down. Those things are nothing to play with. Picked up the whole house. Picked up the whole house. I don't know what type of foundation that's on. That's crazy. Look. That house ain't no good no more. That house ain't no good no more.
It's coming down. Here it goes. It's on the road right now. It is on the road. Holy cow.
I had one goal.
Yeah, so that was the one I wanted to show you guys. We're not going to start showing a whole bunch of tornadoes. That's a whole different show right there. But did you see how that joint just went up, came back down, boom? Yeah, y'all, no joke. Let's keep on moving. The golf court was still there, right? You know why? What's funny about that you said that? They actually have some sort of balancing that they put into them because they're golf carts. They have like some very like heavy metal that actually is like what makes them be able to stay on the ground, supposedly, unless you're going down a hill or something and you force it over. Good observation though. How did the golf court stay on all fours and the house went up? Let's keep on moving forward. Good question, huh? I guess the windows and all of the air that came into the house basically helped lift it up. I don't know. Let's keep on going because we got to get on over to Australia, where a woman pours water on the burnt hands of a kangaroo. We love animals over here so much that I had to show you guys this. There was a wildfire going on. I never even knew that these kangaroos and certain marsupials and certain animals will let us get so close to them. Beautiful situation. I mean, beautiful that they would, but terrible situation of what she has to wind up doing. And I hope it's just little burns that he can get over, because this is just so sad to see wildfires in the woods where the animals are. I always worry about things like that, and it's always something that I think about. When animals, are they able to escape from things like this? So I'm gonna flash freeze that real quick just to let you see what's going on right here. This is an Australian woman who's basically trying to help a kangaroo who's had his hands burned from being in a wildfire. So sad. Let's go, guys. Or should I say pause? And the backwards look like they already burned, like she's been treating them for a while too. You know what I know? You see this part right here? That's why he's gonna heal. L-O-V-E. I'm telling you guys, it conquers a lot and almost all. That right there, that's gonna get him healed and he's gonna be much better. Love right there. She cares and it's coming off her. All of the bandages, the water, the time spent. That's what's gonna make it happen. Love animals, y'all. See this? We love them. I didn't even know kangaroos were like that in a while. Okay, you got me. Thank you so much. Koalas, iguanas, big lizards will also take water and medical assistance in bushfires. Thank you so much for the information. Really appreciate that, you guys. I really appreciate it. It got burned, yeah. Yeah. But my point is, I love the way that she's there doing that. You guys already saw that the legs were already wrapped up. She was taking care. Come on, man. That's what we want to do over here. That is the goal for me. I want to just take care of animals. That's all I want to do. Best morning show on YouTube. Hit that like button. Thank you guys so much. Can you make sure that we get those numbers up and hit that subscribe? Because if you do, I'd really appreciate it. I do know that we're #1, not because of me, because you guys always show up. That ecosystem right there got a heart of its own. I'm talking about that joint be like, boo, 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 boo. I had to make a Discord for y'all to make sure that you guys can go other places and hang out. So if you want to join the HOBL Discord, all you got to do is go to Discord, download it on your phone, the best place to do it. DISCORD, looks like a remote control. Download it, and the next thing you know, you come right into the Our Bottom Line Discord. I will get a notification on my side, and of course, I will let you guys in. Just so you want to know what that looks like, that right there is the Discord. You guys see that little logo right there? That's the one you press. It opens up. Boom, Our Bottom Line. And then boom, Our Bottom Line. All of the topics and stuff like that. The best place to get in contact with me at, because it comes through on this phone. Yeah, you guys want to send me a message, it's even better than my email address. This goes bzzz, and it hits you right back. Trust me. Got a bunch of new friends because of Discord. Contacting right to me. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen and get those likes up. We got one more video that I got to bring to you guys before we get to our banger, the one that we always come to. But you know what? We're not even going to do that. Let's get right into it. We're not even going to wait. We're going to keep on moving forward because it's time. I want to bring you guys some information that I think is probably some of the best health information that we could get throughout the entire time that I've been doing this. I really hope that you guys stick around for the entire video, because you're going to find things in this video that you're going to want and you need. And that's why I'm so happy to bring you another one of the Dr. Berg's videos, because of the fact that he's just so good at what he does. And it's so easy to understand the way he explains things. So again, this is one of our friends, even if he don't know it, at Our Bottom Line. One of our friends, Dr. Eric Berg, DC. His best tips of all times. And these tips right here, I was like, you know what? I had something else that we put in the Discord that I was going to go with. The best foods or whatever. But I felt like we did that already. I had to dig a little deeper. And when I tell you I'm glad that I dig deeper, even chat was like, this is much better than the other story you were going to run with. Tell you guys, I pray, I try my best, even down to the last minute, to get us the best information that I can, especially when it comes to the health and wellness section. And every day I get lucky and I get blessed information. And I want to bring it to you. So again, my best tips of all time, this is coming from Dr. Berg. Not only that, but I love the fact that he put in parentheses, upgraded advice. It's only 10 minutes, but every piece of it is gold. It tells you about certain vitamins that you need to be taking that you should have been taking. It's just so much in this 10 minutes. It's gold. Trust me, I promise you. Let's go get into it, you guys. Let's go. What are we going to be talking about here? We got the introduction. We got the best nutritional tips. We got what's the best diet. We got intermittent fasting and a healthy diet. We've got check your fasting insulin. Fasting insulin, if you're in front of it, can be the determination of how diabetes acts to a particular person. If you're on top of your fasting, if you're on top of your fasting insulin at an early stage, you can control if you get diabetes or not. This is phenomenal information. It also has information on vitamin D and your health, avoiding overtraining, iron supplements and your health, water filters, because I'm gonna tell you as the superintendent that I was before, I want you guys, I'm gonna say this right now, I'm not even gonna stop the video. Every boiler has a treatment, someone that has to come and treat the boiler to treat the water. Why? Because if you don't, the water oxidizes, it makes the boiler get rusty and certain things like that, right? So what the treatment does is they come and they put different things inside of the boiler water. I have to let this gentleman in every 3 months if I was the super of that building. I let him into the building. He goes to the boiler. He opens up a briefcase. He puts in certain chemicals. Only in the hot water side that has to be put in the boiler, because once it gets processed, it has to function a certain way. I'm telling you right now from experience, chemicals are put inside of boilers just to keep the water soft in a certain way to act to the treatment of the pipes and to the boiler. Letting you know right now. So when you turn that hot water on and you're drinking it straight from the spout, you are getting those chemicals that went into that boiler. Safest thing to do, if you gotta do it, drink the cold water. It comes straight in off the pipes. Bad thing about it is there's still all of the residues and anything that's caught up into the walls of the pipes still gonna be coming through, getting through to you. And a lot of other chemicals are in the water, chlorine and much more. Water, be really careful about it. Do not drink municipal water. You have no other choice. I'm telling you now, you have no other choice but to drink bottled water at this point. Let's go.
An updated list of my top tips to be super healthy. A lot of these tips I'm going to share with you are based on my mistakes. If you apply these tips, you're going to solve a lot of your health problems. Let's start with tip number 1. You only want to eat when you're hungry, and you don't want to eat if you're not hungry. This sounds too simple, right? For years, right at the end of dinner, I snacked constantly. I never really paid attention to my hunger. I just like food.
Some chemicals can get around filters. Some chemicals can get around filters at a ridiculously high chemical point, over 75,000 parts, 750,000 parts. So chemicals can get through filters.
Kept eating. But if you were just to wait until you're actually hungry and eat, your body would do so much better. Don't eat if you're not hungry. Number 2, drink liquid when you're thirsty, and don't drink if you're not thirsty. This idea that we have to drink so much liquid is based on false information. You're diluting electrolytes, especially sodium. Now we can end up with a situation where you're creating more dehydration when you're drinking more liquid.
You notice how when you drink a lot of water, you still have a dry palate and your mouth is still dry? Could be something that goes along to what he's talking about right here. And the thing I love about the doctor is he's telling us that things that he thought that he was doing well and he made mistakes about. If you can learn from someone else's mistakes and they're going to tell you the flaws of that, this is gold right here. Take this info. Let's go.
The next tip relates to that tip I just mentioned. I find that when I drink carbonated water, I feel more hydrated. When I drink regular water, for some reason, I'm not as hydrated. The other thing that I do to hydrate myself is when I drink liquid, many times I'll put a tea bag in there that's naturally decaffeinated. For some reason, when I drink tea, I get way more hydrated. I can drink more water. It just feels better. And plus, I'm getting the phytonutrients from the tea. I will take a gallon glass jar and I'll fill it with water. I'll put a couple tea bags in there. And I'll put it outside in the sun for 1 to 2 hours. The sun gives it infrared. Infrared actually makes structured water, which is really healthy. I've been doing that lately and my body loves it. Next tip, if you have a confusion of what diet to do or what food to eat, and you really don't know what is true or not, go ahead and try one diet and see how you feel. Try the other diet, see how you feel. Then you'll really know what works for you. So I'm not about forcing someone to do a certain diet or a certain food, but I am interested to get someone to try something out to see if it actually works for them. The next tip, intermittent fasting. The frequency of when you eat might sound like an insignificant thing, but it's just as important as what you eat, because all sorts of amazing positive things happen when you do intermittent fasting. Our bodies were not developed or designed to consume food every hour and a half. If we can match what our bodies are used to eating as far as the frequency, we can actually achieve a much greater level of health. It's taking these damaged proteins and it's recycling them into new tissue. It's also cleaning up pathogens and getting rid of bacteria, viruses, fungus, mold. And that happens when you're not eating. And this.
But if you're constantly eating, you're not giving your body a chance to process what you've already put down. So that's why you're saying that you only need to eat when you're hungry, because then your body's telling you, okay, we're hungry now. We can take more on, instead of just snacking all day so that you don't get hungry. Makes a lot of sense now.
This also relates to the next tip. Out of all the things that you can do that's bad for you, it's snacking, eating between meals. Why? Because again, it spikes that insulin, especially if you're snacking on junk food. Out of all the things that a person could do to improve health, if they just got rid of their snacking, that would create a huge change. Even if they don't change their diet. The next tip, too much carb. When you're reading a label, the most important thing to look at is the carbohydrates, not necessarily just the sugar, because a lot of these foods don't have any sugar, but at high carbs.
He taught us, remember, the starches and the carbs make sugar. He taught us that 3 videos ago.
Because they're adding starch, maltodextrin, flour. That's basically hidden sugar. Keep your carbs on the low side. In fact, in a given day, you don't want to consume more than 30 grams of carbs per day. And this rolls into the next. 30 grams of carbs per day is what he said. You guys, let's try to remember 30 grams of carbs per day. And if we go over, let's still check the number that we wind up going at so that we can really know how far we're going, and we really gonna have to dial it back or really to make some changes. This is the way I change myself and the way we try to move forward, you guys. What else we got? Distilled water only. I am too distracted, more likely. My husband always asks how I forget to eat. Brian, see you, bro. See you later, Brian. Hope you have a fantastic day. Come back later and see the rest of the show. See this very important part of our health and wellness section. Let's go. Next tip. When you get your blood test, I think it's very important to request a fasting insulin test for literally 10 to 15 to 20 years before you develop diabetes. Your fasting insulin levels are high, but the doctors never test that. So if you were able to test your fasting insulin, you could literally prevent diabetes, because if it was high, you could do something about it. And that leads us to the next tip that's sort of related.
So ask for the extended test or a test for your fasting. Your fasting, what did he say? I want to get back to that because this is important, you guys. Let's go. What did he say?
Doctors never test that. So if you were able to test a fasting insulin test.
Fasting insulin test. This is very important because I know a lot of people get diabetes. Why? Because of the processed foods that they feed us. We have no other choice. Our bodies take it on and turn it into that. So we need to learn about things like this to possibly prevent it. My mom passed from renal failure, which came on and led on through the beginning of what? Diabetes. So if it's preventable and we know ways to make it not happen, why not learn that?
For literally 10 to 15 to 20 years before you develop diabetes, your fasting insulin levels are high, but the doctors never test that. So if you were able to test your fasting insulin, you could literally prevent diabetes, because if it was high, you could do something about it. And that leads us to the next tip that's sort of related. And this is a blood test. Probably one of the most important blood tests is for vitamin D. At least 10,000 to 20,000 IUs of vitamin D every single day. It affects 10% of all of your genetics. And for some people that have autoimmune disease and chronic inflammation.
We have some people here, I know it in the comments, and I've already got your emails. The ones that got the inflammation. I know that we have a couple of people, not that many, with the autoimmune disease as well. Please pay attention.
And other problems that relate to a poor immune system, they're going to need much, much higher levels of vitamin D to create the effect. It's really important to test vitamin D, and you can even do a home test. I'm going to put that link down below. Then the second most important nutrient to focus on is your Magnesium. Most people don't consume enough magnesium in their diet, so usually they're deficient. You need magnesium to help vitamin D work. Magnesium.
We never knew that. If y'all did, y'all smarter than me. That's why I love learning this from a doctor. Been getting the vitamin D, but never got the magnesium to make sure that it works. Same way like when you get turmeric, you gotta have the the pepper to make that activate. That's what I'm saying, y'all. I love this information. I hope you guys are loving it as well. This is one of the best videos that I ever played on this show. I'm telling you, please pay attention. It gets better. It really does.
Magnesium helps control calcium. Calcium causes contraction of the muscles, a muscle cramp, a spasm. And when you get those, you have too much calcium. Magnesium can come in as a remedy and get rid of that problem because it's the controller of calcium. Now let's go to the next tip.
Just saying it with like regular, like we know that. Oh, magnesium is the controller of calcium. Yeah, doc, good looking. I'm over here like, for real? Never knew nothing about that. We just thinking we go drink some milk and we straight. Yes, we need to know all of this information. Why not? We try to put the right things in our body, right? Let's go.
Potassium. If you look at all the nutrients you need in amounts, potassium is the one we need in a very, very large amount. We need like 4,700 milligrams of potassium every single day. Potassium is a physiological tranquilizer. It calms the nervous system down. It helps lower blood pressure. It also helps increase your energy. It's a major electrolyte. It's good for the heart. The next tip relates to vitamins. The multivitamins that make the most money, like I'm talking billions, okay, and I'm not going to mention their names.
I will. Let's go. We're talking about Centrum. We're talking about the Flintstones. We're talking about, you guys can go ahead and do it. I want you guys to say these names because we can say it. He don't want to say it. He don't want to get flagged or sued. What are the vitamin companies that you guys know? We know Centrum. I know, what is the other one that I know? The Flintstones, but back in the day we had that. And then what's the other one? There's a multivitamins that they have out there. What's the name? Nature's Own, Elementary, Vitamin C, Vitamin B12. Not the types of vitamins. I'm talking about the names of the brands. Nature Valley, Woman's Multivitamins, one a day. There you, yo, who that right there? Christian, that's why I'm glad I stopped and I came to y'all, because y'all be having it. Who that? Crystal 4084, one a day. Come on now, everybody know about that. Great value, oh my God, you better not be taking no damn great value pills. You know why? Because they probably made with corn syrup. And you don't want that because it's already bad. One Valley, my wife almost died because she had no potassium. See that, Jeffrey Spilker? You see that? We got to take these tests to see what's going on. Let's keep on moving forward. This, I told you, to me, best video so far. Let's go.
Have the worst ingredients in the world. Nothing is from food. It's all
nope, I got to take that back and I'm going to bring it back to show you why.
Potassium every single day. Potassium is a physiological tranquilizer. It calms the nervous system down. It helps lower blood pressure. It also helps increase your energy. It's a major electrolyte. It's good.
Now, can we double tap that screen to get those likes up? If you really appreciate the content that you're getting right now, I really would appreciate it. It gets more people over here. Let's go. Let's show them how to do it, y'all.
For the heart. The next tip relates to vitamins. The multivitamins that make the most money, like I'm talking billions, okay, and I'm not going to mention their names, have the worst ingredients in the world. Nothing is from food. It's all just synthetics. Don't waste your money. Find something quality. But you have to realize that even like the vitamin C, they make it from cornstarch and sulfuric acid. If you're going to take a vitamin or give a vitamin to a child or pregnant woman, I would make sure it's higher quality. The other thing that's missing in our food is trace minerals. A lot of the food that you eat doesn't have the trace minerals it had long ago. The microbes are not in the soil because
this we would have never known about. He said the microbes are no longer in the soil. Right now, he's about to tell us certain supplements that we should take. Why? Because it's not even in the dirt no more. Vegan food doesn't have it. They have to add it. It's an additive. This part. Let's go. Please, let's go.
Because we're growing stuff on sterilized soil. When you're eating food that's not grown on something that has a lot of nutrients, so let's say it's grown with hydroponics, like in water, with 15 added minerals, you're not getting all the trace minerals that you need. One additional supplement that I would recommend is a trace mineral supplement because a lot of people are deficient. The trace minerals would be zinc, iodine, manganese, selenium, things like that. Next tip.
Things that you would find in good dirt, in good soil. It's not in the foods that we're getting because they've been testing it to see if it's in the soil. If it's not in the soil, it can't be produced in the food.
Out of all of the proteins that you can consume, red meat is one of the most nutrient dense. If you want to feel really good and you want to be more energetic, or you want to handle your low blood sugar, red meat will do the trick very quick. It's going to perk you right up. Not necessarily for the iron, it's actually from the protein, because our bodies really need sufficient protein, and grass-fed red meat will give you the highest quality. Next tip, if you're like me and you have a history of a lot of antibiotics, realize that a lot of your problems now could be related to the antibiotics. We were told that when we take an antibiotic that those microbes will come back. A lot of strains do come back, but not to the level where they should be. And one of the most
He used to take antibiotics, so he's telling you from the horse's mouth. Everything here is his own experience. That's why this information is so good. Let's double tap to get more people over here to see what the doc has going on. Because when you hit that like button, it gets more people to come over and they get informed about stuff like this.
powerful things you can do is make your own probiotic yogurt-like mixture, which creates some of the most amazing effects in your body. And when you watch the video that I will put down below, read the comments. It's going to be mind-blowing. People are noticing all sorts of amazing, cool effects from that. But all we're doing is we're replacing the microbes that used to be in our gut long ago before we took an antibiotic. Next tip is overtraining kills your testosterone. If you overtrain and don't let your body recover, not only are your hormones going to be messed up, but you will not achieve the gains and the improvements that you could. And you're going to
ever work out and say, damn, I'm not seeing the muscle. I'm not seeing what I'm supposed to get. Why? Because even myself, yo, you're a maniac every day, blah, blah, blah. That's why even I break it up. I do a set in the morning and I do a set in the night. And I do it real hard. I do 240 push-ups at one time. That's my morning. Before I go to bed, I do 240, and I don't stop. It's a straight 240. That's right, 240. I count just like this, 20. I count on my fingers. Let me tell you how I do it. I count 20 for every finger, right? 20 push-ups for every finger, and then I count 22 times. And I know I got my 240 right there, and I'm good. I just go down and I do what I got to do. I just breathe as I'm doing my push-ups. I breathe, I get up, and I feel like I've accomplished something. And now I've trained myself to do that to the point where, oh, yo, Boogotti, you ain't gonna do them push-ups? You're gonna just go try to do it? And now it's like a second voice in my head that makes me have to do it. The same way I have to get up every day and press that button at 6 o'clock to get you guys up in here. If you ain't gonna be determined about doing it, don't do it, because half-ass ain't gonna pay off with the results that you need. And also what he's trying to say is sometimes you gotta take a break. So I do take breaks now. I eat, I relax, so that some of that work that I put out can actually come build up on my body. Don't keep on burning it. Get some of that muscle mass to start developing. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward.
You're going to find your energy is going to go down, 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 and so many other issues can occur, especially with inflammation. Next tip, if you go off the wagon and you eat too many carbs, what you should do is take vitamin B1, because you just depleted B1, and that's going to create more anxiety and stress, which could cause you to eat more of the wrong foods. Take more B1 to repair some of the damage and also get rid of some of the side effects that are occurring because you just ate that carb. Next tip, be careful of taking any iron.
So the food that you take could cause you to want to make you eat more food, more bad foods. So you might want to go ahead and do what he said, B1 to replace. Let's go.
And supplements. Out of all the nutrients, iron is the one that doesn't really leave your body. Probably the only time I would recommend taking an iron supplement is if you are menstruating and you lost blood. But even then, the type of iron I would take would be a food source, either beef liver or liver tablets, but not the type of iron in those supplements. Next tip, if you're over 50 years old and let's say you have fatty arms or you have extra fat or cellulite on your body, chances are you may have a bit of atrophy, not necessarily fat. And if you don't differentiate that, you can go on a diet for a long period of time and it looks like you may be losing a little weight, but don't really ever see anything significant because it's age-related atrophy of the muscle. Biggest thing to prevent that is regular, consistent exercise, weight training, and magnesium too. Next tip, if you ever in your life get any surgery for any reason, always take a good amount of vitamin D right before it. I would take at least 50,000 IUs of vitamin D3, maybe up to 100,000 IUs 3 days before the surgery, because hands down, the outcome of any surgical procedure is going to be so much better if you have enough vitamin D. Another.
Who knew this? Maybe when the doctors have you in the hospital before you go into surgery, they give you food rich in vitamin D. They don't really explain that to you and all of that. But who tells you stuff like this? I am so happy that he's sharing this information with me because it tells me and it explains and it makes sense as to what can really happen. Vitamin D, better chance of coming out of it with a better successful surgery because you already built up your your levels of vitamin D, which is what you may lose because of the surgery. Never know why. They don't tell you. They just tell you and they just give you the pill.
Really important time to take vitamin D is when you're pregnant and you're lactating, breastfeeding. Super important for you and the baby because if you're deficient in vitamin D, you're going to get postpartum depression. The child can end up with all sorts of weaknesses. Lastly, I think this is really super important. Invest in a good water filter. When you drink city water, there's going to be some forever chemicals in there. I just tested.
You hear the words? The sad part, and I don't ever want to have to say these words, especially about our drinking water, but he said two words that we got to pay attention to. He said forever and chemicals. I just told you about what they put in that water, and it's not all that little filter stuff is not going to deal with that. That's some real high-powered chemicals they put in there.
Invest in a good water filter. When you drink city water, there's going to be some forever chemicals in there. I just tested my water, and I have 2 filters, and it had a chemical that was 78,000 times higher than normal. The point is you need to invest in some type of filter. Don't drink the tap water. A lot of these tips were based on personal experience, so don't make the mistakes I made. Apply this information, and I will see you in the next video.
Again,
I want to give you an
If somebody tells you information at that age, stuff that they already experienced, I'm not going to ignore it. I'm going to say thank you and I'm going to apply it where it makes sense to. And again, we got to bring you guys back to what? My best tips of all time. This is Dr. Berg, B-E-R-G. I suggest that you don't just go watch this video. This needs to be a part of your YouTube regimen, even if we keep on playing these videos. I don't mind, because then you'll be more on point for the conversation. That's right. More people that know, the better. We share information over here. We help each other. We look for jobs. That's why we need to do the Discord and really come together. So you guys get a little idea of what I'm doing right here. Hopefully everybody can do that for each other. Imagine what the community would be like. This is my part. This is what I do. So now we're going to get over to My Best Tips of All Time by Dr. Berg, B-E-R-G. That's the name of it. And his channel is Dr. D-R period, E-R-I-C, Berg, D-C. How do you spell it? D-R-E-R-I-C, B-E-R-G, and the last letters are D-C, and that's capital. You guys, that's how we do it over here every single day. Health and wellness. I got to ask the question, what do you guys think about that segment? Did you like it? If you got something from that segment and you think that it was fruitful, because I want to know, I'd keep on looking for stuff like that for us. I'm going to ask right now while we're in the mix. If you like that segment and you want to keep going with the health and wellness, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Thumbs up to the health and wellness. If you do not, give me a thumbs down. Let me know what you guys think. And of course, like I always say, I appreciate you guys. And I only do this so that we get better with ourselves, with our health, and with our families. Thank you so much. Okay, Dr. Berg isn't a no lie, all facts, salute. Yes, thumbs up. It's in my car, all in front of the driver's door. There we go. Thumbs up. I got to get some. That's right. Perfect. Thumbs up 100. That's right. I want to know I keep on giving you guys the right information. So I'll keep on going down these avenues to provide information just like this. Thank you and blessings. I appreciate you guys too. Have a topic you would like to see our platform, all you got to do is email. You don't even, not even www, because that's like a website. It's just bridgethisllc@gmail.com. If you guys want to send in ideas, trust me, we do this every single day. So we got time to bring your idea in. Just send it. And what was that? This was a brilliant Boogotti NYC. I love you guys for that. Makes me feel like I'm doing my job. Do me a favor though, double tap that screen, hit that like button. If you can subscribe, I swear to you it's only $2.99. You might win a keychain. You might win a decal. I might be happy and say, yo, this person just subscribed. I'm going to send you a free keychain or a free decal. Or you can just go to the website because that's $3.99. Anywhere else, $12.99. On our website, $2.99. Anywhere else, $6.99. Why? Because we're not trying to rip you off. It ain't about profit. It's about impressions and about bringing us together. I would love for y'all to have my keychain or our bottom line sticker and decal. Just can't give them all away free. Let's keep on moving forward, and I try to keep it low as far as the prices go. I know how it is out there. Love you guys. It's our bottom line, not mine. H-O-U-R. That's the hour plus that we take. The plus means it's ours, O-U-R. It's not my bottom line, it's our bottom line. Co-hosts and family members, not mine. Y'all better get it right. Now, this was beautiful right here. And I love to see love, and I love to see people get saved. And you already see that. You see how I was about the kangaroo. Now it's time to get into one of my favorite animals that was saved at the KFC. He was so small, so little, but don't matter. Even though he was the runt, they came through for him and they saved him. This is what I'm talking about. Help each other, help animals. Just make the world a better place, especially a puppy. Who can turn down a puppy? Come on, y'all. Let's see the puppy that got saved at the KFC.
Oh, hi, buddy. Aww.
We don't really know what happened, how he landed there. A really sad thing to see that somebody would leave an animal in that state.
I just like the fact that he got found by the KFC worker. He got a bowl of water in there, and it looked like he just bust down some fried chicken. So they doing their thing already. I love stuff like this.
Getting some fluids, buddy.
He came to the shelter, he was just shaking uncontrollably. It made me feel like the best thing that we could do for him was take him home and make him our father.
And the sad part about it is they think it's a Chihuahua, he's so small. That's a pit bull. Thank you so much, Flavor. I really appreciate you. Keep this coming, and Dr. Gundry for more gut health. I'm gonna be on it. Thank you. I thought you were gonna say a chicken. No, it wasn't a chicken. This is a little like American Staffordshire, but it's so small because it's been like not taken care of. It looks like a Chihuahua almost.
Foster. So we brought him home and he was still just exhausted and completely drained.
That's your baby.
And one of our dogs in particular, she was a street dog and she had puppies on the street. She showed the most interest off the bat, just laying by him, licking him, just doing all the stuff that a mother would do.
Is that your baby?
And then his real big breakout into the world is when
Oh my God, he's running.
we're setting up for our gala, and that's when he really took to my wife Natalie. He was finally able to use his legs on his own, and he sure used them to follow her around.
Do you miss your dad?
I think we knew as soon as we walked into our house with him that he was going to stay. The most amazing thing is when he first started to use the stairs, because at that point the stairs were higher than he was tall, but he had gotten enough strength, and then that was just a huge confidence boost. Seeing how happy he was, we knew that he wanted to live with us and our dogs.
There you go.
We decided to give him a DNA test. It was so hard to tell what kind of dog he was.
Oh my gosh.
We definitely did not expect the results that we got back, and he is 100% American Bully, and those are big dogs.
Can y'all see that?
So-
Y'all see that face right there? How could you not? How could you not? Do you see that face?
So for him to only be 5 pounds at 5 months and actually be alive was absolutely shocking. Equally as shocking as the fact that we now had an American Bully on our hands and not a Chihuahua. We couldn't be prouder of Drummy, and we are so happy that Drummy is going to be a part of our family and living in our home.
That's right, y'all. His name was Drummy. That was his name. That was the little cute one right there. I love seeing stuff like that, great stories like that where animals get saved and everybody, you know, I just love it. I love it. Son, you know what we got to do now, because we can't just leave the bullies like that. We got to step to our bully because it's a new week. I know you guys always like, every week you, yeah, that's right. It's time. We want to show it because we didn't show it yesterday. And I told you guys by the spring, Lynn, I always got to say her name first because if it wasn't for him, we would not know Supernova. So I always say Lynn and Nova. You guys, He don't even need the wheelchair no more. That boy is a firecracker. He gonna be doing zoomies real soon. And yes, I was a little wrong. I said spring. He's walking by spring, but by summertime he gonna be doing those zoomies that I thought he'd be doing. Here go our boy. Short distances without the wheelchair. Thank you, Lynn and Nova, for constantly keeping us up to what's going on with your updates, because we totally support you over here and we are family. Let's see what Nova's doing without a wheelchair. Trying to run.
Come here.
That's called being a dog again. That's the only thing I was always worried about. Nova, can he be a dog again? Because the wheelchair wasn't doing it. I was not happy with that damn wheelchair. I wasn't liking it. I was scared, thought that he would never get out of it. So to see this, oh man, brought tears to my eyes yesterday. I ain't even gonna lie, I was crying like a baby. Because it lets you know he's gonna make it. Lynn is not gonna give up on this boy, ever. Yeah, no wheelchair, y'all. What's up? Somebody said it. That's right, the power of love. I told you, that's love right there. Let's get those likes up for Nova, y'all. Let's show that love for Nova. Let me see some hearts. I want to see you guys' dedication to what he dedicated himself to. I want to see some hearts for Lynn. He's still pushing, he's still grinding. I want you guys to hear one thing too. He falls down. Ain't no help, she not running over there, because you're going to have to get through this yourself, boy. She said, get up. And she inspired him through the whole time. The whole time she's pushing him. That's love right there.
Cora J, good morning.
I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. But I was trying to see the rest of my boy. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a minute. Y'all want to see the rest of it now? Come on now. Where's that? All right, so I guess that's going to be it for Lynn and Nova. We're going to just leave it on like that, you guys. Okay, that's enough, because I would have drained it out. I would have kept the rag ringing out, because guess what? I'm just so happy about what's going on with Lynn and Nova, and I'm so happy to see everything is turning around. And I don't ever want to see that damn wheelchair again. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, because the wheelchair definitely helped out. It kept them mobile. It kept them being able to move around and being a dog. But I don't ever want to see that damn wheelchair again, because you know what I want to see? I want to see Nova get strong. I want to pray to God that Lynn gets all of the assistance that she needs. I want to say that every single person here, if you ever had the question of the power of love, you might want to go back about 6 months or 5 months and look at this story right here of two people, one person and one animal. One lady named Lynn and a dog named Supernova. And I'm going to tell you, the power of love came through that screen. From the first day we met them to the day she says, he's not walking and I'm not going to give up on him. We all knew that she was not playing about her boy. And even if everybody else gave up, what she said, she looked at that dog and said, I'm not giving up on you. That right there, we knew that from that day forward, that this dog was going to be okay. We donated, we all pray for them, and we just continue to keep them in our prayers every single day. I'd like to pray for Lynn to keep on being able to do what she's doing and to keep on being the fantastic mother that we all inspired by. I want to pray for Nova. I want to pray for every single person that's here. I want to pray for love. I want to pray for happiness. I want to pray for good times. I want to pray for understanding. I want to pray for collections. I want to pray for us to be coming together as people much more. I want to pray for love, because it can't just only heal animals and heal dogs. It can heal each other. Try it out, you guys. Try it on each other. I guarantee you it works. That's what I want to pray for today. For Ronnie, for Jay Taylor, for Flavor, for Feifei, for Dr. Iron, for Corinne. I want to pray for Fuquan. I'm praying for Colessive. Also praying for Sebastian. I want to pray for Miss Swanza. Liberty and justice, I love you. Just so you know that. Casey, my brother, I love you too. Winter, glad that you here. Love you too. CJ the cat, you don't play around. You come here every morning. I pay attention to you. Love you too. And why you ain't send me your address for your keychain? You thought I forgot? I don't play that. You're supposed to be sending me your address for your keychain, CJ. Audrey, Jariah, I want to pray for Colessive, Miss Keisha, also Flavor, Favi, Mega Dub. Who else we got up in the building? Summer Campbell, or also Fuquan. Want to pray for Patrick. Can't forget about Tanya. Want to pray for Luigi, Sam Champion. Can't forget about Coin Collection. That was a real battle yesterday, and I can't forget you guys. Also want to pray for Timogen. I want to pray for Terry Cohn. Also want to pray for Ad Rains and your family as well. Every single person that's here, Tanya, all my fam. That's right, you guys. The power of prayer and the power of love is very powerful. That's why we do it as a collective here, because it means something. Tracy P and VG. That's right, it means something. Amen. That's right, you guys. That's how we do it over here at Our Bottom Line. That's how we do it. We keep on bringing up all of the trending topics and current events and many other stories, but we never leave on a bad note. Got to make sure that we all settled and we all good to get out there and deal with that. We got the news, got the views, but we came down the right way and we're going to be good about it. So guess what? This is your last chance right now to subscribe to the channel. That's free. If you feel like being a big spender, spend the whole $2.99 and become a member. That's right. That's how much it costs to become a member. And hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on, because this is Our Bottom Line and we do this every single day. That's right, you guys. What's coming up? Just spoke to her yesterday. We're confirming that Show Your Talent search. That's right. We're confirming the Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search that we're doing in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. We have already confirmed. And Miss Swanza, I already saw your package. 4-pack, big drip, about to come to you. I already saw that. Thank you so much for being a part of the show and for showing love. It takes a little while to get it out because it's alcohol, but we're getting it to you. Miss Swanza, thank you so much. And for buying a t-shirt, because you're the only one that ever bought one in the whole time that I've been making them. And I appreciate that. Also, like I said, this is the Show Your Talent search. How does it go? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boroughs. One city. That city is New York. That's how we're going to do it. Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. You guys are going to compete. And guess what? Every borough, one person is going to make $250. But we're going to be able to bring in one person from the live. So if you guys win, boom, you'll be able to get a cash app for $250. So now it's 6 people. Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island, and that other person that's going to be a part of the talent show. When you guys after you guys all win, whoever we get from every borough and that one person, you're going to compete against each other for that 1,000. That's right. Whoever wins, boom, you get the 1,000 and you get to be called the champion and the one that won the Show Your Talent search. We're bringing that up this month. We've already got locations and we've already got our DJ locked in, none other than DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. Get in contact with her yesterday, and guess what? We're locking in the dates, and we're doing what we got to do. So hopefully, you guys will be able to come out and be a part of the Big Drip Talent Search and be able to win, boom, maybe $250. If you're in New York, that's right, you'll be able to come out and be with me physically at the location. Only extra is you got to be 21 and older. Casey pulled up to one, had a good time. We also hung out with Mark. That was a really good time in Staten Island. Hopefully we get to meet some more of you guys in the city. And if not, you'll be able to chime in and see the show no matter what, because we also go live. That's the Show Your Talent search. www.drinkbigdrip.com in order to be a part of the show. Go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go to the first page, put your email address in. I'm going to be updating the emails by next week because we've already got locations. Come out, hang out. We going outside, y'all. We about to start doing some events, and that's going to be one of the first ones. Also, we've got another part of the segment that we're going to start doing, which is the New York City Q&A. Let's say if we do a topic in the morning, we might just go hit the streets and see what the people think about that topic. We've already figured that out, got ourselves a cameraman. So yes, We're going to be going out into the streets, Times Square, Statue of Liberty, 34th Street, all of the main areas, and we're going to start asking questions about some of these topics to see what the people have to say about it. It's your boy Boogotti NYC. This is Our Bottom Line. We evolve with the times and we keep on getting better, you guys. That's how we do it over here. So you know what I'm about to say, right? If you guys want to promote and put something up on the show, I don't forget. You thought I was going to forget? I'm not. This is your chance, but it has to be in a 1080 by 1080 size frame. All family. You can put it in the Discord, but also I'd like you to email me. Email me your promos, or if you've already taken your photos with your keychains, email it to me so I can put it up in the post notification area. That's on YouTube where we're all at. If you send me those photos, I'll put it up. All of us will be able to see those images, like the ones with Teddy, like the ones with with all of our furry friends, like the one with Batty Lynn, or like the one with the 55 Coffee Group with Lisa Roy. That's right. We also help each other promote over here because we use our platform as a collective. That's right. Has to be in a 1080 by 1080 size frame. Send it over to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's like the Brooklyn Bridge, BRIDGE, this, LLC@gmail.com. I'll put it up in the post notification area, and all of our 70,000 plus subscribers will see your promo. That's right, you guys. Our Bottom Line, your boy Boogotti NYC. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me today, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, Tuesday, 6 o'clock a.m., we're going to be right back. I got to get to work. I got to stack the deck to get more trending topics. Got to find more current events and stay on top of all of the stories that we've been following up with you guys to make sure that we're following up. Hope you guys had a fantastic show. I hope you love the health and wellness section because it only gets better. Don't forget, any show ideas, videos, except for anybody else's show, because we're number one. Why would I want to watch anybody else's show? That's right. Clips of anything you want to see, go ahead and send them to the email address. I'll put them up if they're cool and if they're interested. And that's that. See you guys tomorrow, 6 o'clock, Tuesday, right here back on YouTube for the ¡1 show, Our Bottom Line. And like we always say, could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Get 'em! Peace.